I thought you said we're live.
We're gonna transition to our webcams in three, two, one.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Beware of Dogs. I'm your host, Double Dose, with my Christmas spirit. Got my little hat on. I'm joined today by Shuba.
Wait, I have a surprise.
Oh, that's not what I thought he was about to
It's
pull
a
out.
koozie in my sweater.
With the
Nice.
Modelo.
Modelo time.
I don't have my Modelo tonight. I've got a nice little mixie instead. We are joined as well by Squiddy Daddy.
Gatorade.
Gatorade.
Not sponsored.
And Big Brana.
Here with the Red Bull.
And they got their nice little festive Christmas tree in the back.
Drinked up.
Okay. So the first thing we're going to talk about tonight, going to do a quick little recap on the Broncos Chargers game, which I'm going to be honest with you, I thought this shit was going to be a two-pack of ass. I've seen some very boring games from both of those teams. It wound up being pretty good, though.
It was a great game.
It was. Chargers were losing for pretty much most of the game and then wound up cutting it back. And then before the Broncos scored basically a meaningless touchdown at the end, Chargers were up by 10 points. So it was crazy from being down that much the whole time. One of the things I do want to talk about, which is kind of crazy, is that I always wonder, like, when it gets close to halftime, why more teams don't, like, so many teams I feel like just are like, all right, let's go to halftime. Like, fuck it. I don't understand why more teams aren't like calling like timeouts or like trying to get like Hail Marys, shit like that. But as we're getting close to the end of the clock or the end of the half, Jim Harbaugh calls a timeout where the announcers were like, hey, just in case, just see what happens if anything does happen. And something did happen. Basically, there was not an onside. There was a fair catch called for the kick, and they got it, and someone had made contact with them. If I understand, because it's a little complicated, but someone made contact with the catcher, and so there was a foul. When you can't end a half or a game on a foul, even if there's 0 seconds, so you get a 0 second play. When you fair catch a kick, I guess you have a chance at what's called a free kick. So the Chargers were able to kick, I believe it was a 57-yard field goal on this free kick. And it was the first time that was successfully done since 1976, which is kind of nuts. Yes. What's also kind of nuts is the Chargers kicked it, and the last successful time that it happened in 1976, if I'm not mistaken, was also by the Chargers by a guy named Ray Wersching. So kind of crazy. Just the fact that like Harbaugh called the timeout to see if anything happened, and then something did happen, and history was made tonight.
Again by the Chargers.
Yeah.
Yep. I think the Chargers now have a 97 or something like that % chance of making the playoffs, where the Broncos, I believe, have to win just one of their 3 remaining games in order to make the playoffs. So that's the recap for tonight. Going into this weekend, this week is kind of the weird time of the season where you're getting football on a Saturday. I don't believe college plays this weekend, so the NFL is picking up the slack. So you've got Texans versus Chiefs at Saturday at noon. Well, noon Central. I guess it's 1 Eastern.
Right.
And then Steelers versus Ravens, which should be a good ass game. That's going to be at 3:30 or I guess 4:30 Eastern. So those should be pretty fun. Ravens Steelers is always a good rivalry matchup. So should be a good one. Eagles Commanders on Sunday should be fire too. I think Commanders are still trying to keep their playoff hopes alive.
Trying. Low percentage, but they're trying.
They are trying. Lions Bears are going to be on Sunday as well, so rivalry game. I think that's really all the super exciting ones. You've got Saints Packers on Monday, Buccaneers and Cowboys for the primetime game on Sunday night. Anything that you guys want to add, or you want to keep it pushing?
I mean, we have our big boy Bo Nix showing off today. I benched him today and then put in Williams because I thought Chargers are gonna be too much for him. Packing on the heat. But he showed his own today. That's awesome. I think his future in the league is gonna be crazy.
Oh, the Broncos got one.
Oh,
the Broncos got one for sure. He's gonna be good. I remember the beginning of the season; it was like a little rocky. People were like, "Oh shit, did they fuck up?" But no, it looks good. It was kind of a funny matchup tonight. It was like the two young, great white quarterbacks with Justin Herbert and Bo Nix. I mean, obviously, there's like Josh Allen. I think he's a little bit older than Herbert, though.
Yeah, Josh Allen's in his 30s.
No.
Is he not?
No.
For sure, I thought he was.
There's no way he's that old. I don't think any of them are really that old.
Pretty old.
He's
like
28.
Like the younger guy.
He's two
28.
years away from 30, which is crazy because that's
How
my
old are
age.
you?
Yep.
How old exactly.
yeah.
Do you want to be called 30?
No, I don't. I will stay 28 for forever.
I remember when Josh Allen got just recently, what was it, like a week or two, just like announced his engagement. I saw a tweet. It was like, "Oh, look at me, I'm Josh Allen. I got a rocket for an arm. I just got engaged to Haley Steinfeld. Fuck you." Josh Allen is winning at life, and I'm pretty sure he's going to wind up being the MVP this season, especially after beating the Lions last week.
I could see
which
it.
is pretty nuts. What do you guys think? What are you guys thinking for predictions for the NFC and the AFC championship? I know that Squiddy Daddy and Braun not necessarily your shit, but you got to give some predictions too. This is like March Madness. We just got to see how close you guys come. We'll let Josh start though.
I mean, you have your big four right now. You have your Bills, your Chiefs, your Lions, your Eagles, right? And those four, I don't think anyone's coming close to. Unless there's a huge upset that happens, and I'm just like totally blanking on it right now, like the possibility of it even happening. But I think it's coming down to those big four.
That would be conventional wisdom. I think you're right. You think that the Ravens in the AFC, or the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, or the Vikings and the NFC could cause any
The one thing I could see happening is the Vikings either taking out the Lions right now because we're getting so hurt, or hopefully the Eagles if it's one of us.
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, the Eagles.
Fortunately, will be the Lions if anything happens.
Hope not. I think the Vikings. Maybe the Vikings might be behind again. They're either tied. It's either a three-way tie, or the Vikings are back one. I know that
They're back one.
Eagles,
pretty sure.
Are they? They're back one. I know the Eagles and the Lions are both at I believe 10-2 or 12-2. They have 2 losses. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
But we've got the tiebreaker over the Eagles. Yeah, I agree. I wouldn't be surprised. I know that like a week or something ago, or maybe 2 weeks ago, Darren Orlovsky was on ESPN. He was talking about how he would not be surprised if, now that they're healthy, the Rams made a good push, which wouldn't surprise me.
The Rams, really?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, the AFC or the NFC West is like, the Seahawks are just kind of Cardinals are kind of up and down too. The Niners are really hurt. And then the Rams are kind of getting healthy right now. So I could see that.
I mean, if there's one team I'd want to see do well other than the Lions, it's Stafford.
Oh, absolutely.
For sure.
Yeah, in the NFC for sure. AFC, I am interested always in Lamar. I want to see him do well. But I'm not sure. They started off the season so strong. They've had a few really ugly losses. So I know they've beaten the Bills actually, but earlier in the season. So I'm curious to see how that goes. Dusty, Barano, what you guys thinking about?
I have no opinion.
No opinion. Y'all want to take any guesses or no?
Okay, listen. This is not my thing. I'm very uncultured when it comes to this. I couldn't even tell you more than 5 teams. So
That's fair.
They said it. I'm just here not to get fined.
That's fine. And it's sus because like I love football and stuff. I just been so busy lately to even keep track of anything, and it sucks. Because hear you guys talk about it, I'm like, I wish I could butt in. I just can't. I don't know shit what's
Fair.
going on right now. I don't know any of the scores. I have been so busy with life. This has just not been my focus.
It's a
I'm
lot.
here for vibes and vibes only.
The vibes only. The vibes only.
Hey, well, I'm happy that you guys are at least making the time to come kick it with us. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure, always.
Speaking of the Niners and their injuries, the one thing I do want to talk about before we kind of wrap up like the football segment tonight is that the 49ers are going through some of the most unprecedented shit I've ever seen before. And it seems like it only happens to them. Several years ago, I remember they had like all of their quarterbacks were hurt when they were playing in the NFC Championship. They had like Christian McCaffrey literally playing quarterback because everybody else was hurt. Now this season, which has been crazy from a fantasy perspective too, but CMC starts the year hurt. Jordan Mason is like backing him up. He's been playing pretty well. CMC comes back, plays maybe 2.5 games, gets hurt again. In the same game, Jordan Mason gets hurt. So now both of them are out for the season. They've got their rookie, Isaac Guerrero, who then plays, gets injured, but then plays the next week. He is now going to miss this next game. So they are on to, I believe, another rookie, their fourth string, if I'm counting correctly, Patrick Taylor. Motherfuckers have lost all of their running backs, dog. You're running back, your backup running back, your backup to the backup running back, and now you're picking up just some motherfucker that no one's heard of before. They say, hey,
like
now it's your
turn.
Bro, right. And I just keep seeing tweets where it's like, oh, like you didn't have like Christian McCaffrey's like handcuff and Mason. What an idiot. And then I see tweets like, well, none of that shit even fucking matters because you could have the handcuff but not the handcuff to the handcuff. And now we're fucking, your whole team could just be full of fucking hurt running backs for the fucking 49ers.
Damn.
That shit is crazy.
It reminds me of the Lions too much, man. And this is why Cinderella stories happen. Because late in the year, you never know how things are going to change.
That's very true. I mean, the Lions were running away with it early. They were killing everybody, but I think it's 21 players now on injured reserve, which is nuts.
That's
motherfuckers just get somebody back, lose more people. Although I did see that they're saying that David Montgomery's MCL sprain, it might not be out for the entire season. He might be back like late in the playoffs, which could be good. But yeah, I mean, 21 players is crazy. It's like their whole fucking defense is hurt.
Damn.
Nuts. It's still Detroit. Fuck everybody though. Detroit everybody. All right.
We can hope.
Dusty, what you think about the Superman trailer?
That shit looks phenomenal. I cannot wait. I think for one, James Gunn taking over the whole like DC universe was such a smart move in general, because what we just saw in that trailer was great. I love how it's just not going to be another like Superman or origin story, just like how with Spider-Man we've seen like what 3 of those. Every time we make a new Spider-Man we have to have the origin story. It's like, let's just jump right in, we already know it, let's just jump right in. That's what we do with the Superman movie. So it looks like Crypto the super dog's in that bitch. I used to love watching that TV show. That is my shit. I cannot wait for that. They have, I don't know his name, but the Green Lantern that's in that movie, dope. Like, and he looks just like the comic book version of him.
You're saying you don't know which Green Lantern it is or what the actor is?
I don't know his name is. I don't know what his name is.
The character or the actor?
The character. So Green Lantern, his actual
Guy Gardner, right?
Actually, yeah, I think it is.
That's Guy Gardner's fucking stupid fucking ass little fucking
yeah. Because there's Hal Jordan, and then there's John something.
Stewart.
Yeah,
John Stewart's my dog.
That's the best one. That's the best one.
I mean, Black Green Lantern. I didn't even know they were growing up because I mean I watched like Justice League, like the animated Justice League shit, and that had John Stewart in there, so I didn't even know there was Black Green Lantern.
I fucked with them heavy.
And then Hal Jordan is the homie too, but Guy Gardner looks like a fucking idiot.
Yeah, he's just supposed to be some dickhead.
Haircut.
He's just supposed to be some dickhead, and I'm curious to see how that plays out. It looks like they've already kind of established maybe a little bit of like the Justice League going into it, which I like, because I feel like right now we don't need like superhero origin stories because I feel like at this point, like everybody knows like a lot of like their origin stories and stuff like that. So I think this starting off strong and already having it established is great. Or like, you know, I don't know. What were your thoughts on?
Yeah, this is like I haven't been excited for a DC movie in a long time.
True.
Yeah,
So
Yeah.
this is nice and it's fresh and I'm actually very excited about this.
it's great. It looks like it's kind of pulled out exactly from like the comic books and stuff. And like, I don't know. It looks phenomenal. I love it. Looks great. What were your guys' thoughts?
Well, can I ask a few questions? Do you
Yeah.
guys, are you guys familiar enough with like the lore of like DC and Superman and stuff to like who's the villain in the first movie or in this movie? Can you tell?
Lex
It's Lex
Luthor.
Luthor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is Lex
But
Luthor.
it looks like I'm not positive, but it kind of looked like Brainiac was at the end of it. If you know who that is,
Is that the guy with the fucking Daredevil or not Daredevil, the Deadpool
the
face?
the fucked up face, yeah. That's
Yeah.
what it kind of looks like, but I could be wrong. But that's what it kind of looks like a little bit.
Okay.
Which I'm excited for that if that is who I thought it was.
I don't,
Lex
I
Luthor
don't
looks
under,
dope. He looks like Agent 47 from the Hitman games.
He does.
Yeah. Yep.
It looks like he accepted his mission to go take out Superman, and that's his mission. 10 grand.
I don't understand why they're having like Justice League members in it if it's supposed to be just a Superman movie though.
I mean, that happens all the time with movies, though, like superhero movies.
We've had a
Um,
lot of like just Superman movies recently.
Yeah, we
so
don't.
they probably
We
had to
don't.
mix it up.
Yeah. I mean, there's been so many superhero movies, or not superhero, like Superman movies that like we don't need a standalone Superman movie.
Right.
They could be in it and it'd be fine, you know.
That's fair.
I do
What is? Go ahead.
so sorry. I do kind of hope that like with the other superheroes being in it that they might like throw something in there that could possibly lead on to a different superhero movie of like, oh, this was in the Superman movie, like
Or
you know, maybe just a little bit.
Do you want to see
Like
a
how
Hot
Marvel
Girl
did,
movie
but, like-
or a John Jones movie?
I mean, both. I think we're gonna eventually have everything, just like how Marvel did it,
That's fair.
just like on a DC aspect.
Yeah.
I think to go back onto your question of like Superman, like why are we seeing other like superheroes in a Superman movie? I think that's just the world that they're in. I feel like I hate seeing like I don't know, I hate like seeing certain like superhero movies and stuff like Spider-Man, like for instance, I hate seeing like him trying to face off like this big baddie and like none of the other superheroes are around. And
Right.
like half of them live in New York anyways, you know what I mean? It's like, why are you guys not helping them out? Like, what are you
That
guys
makes
doing?
sense.
What are you
That
guys
makes
doing?
sense. Like, why were they? Yeah, what were they doing that was so important they couldn't pop it out?
Right. I don't like that. There's been other cases in like other movies too where I'm like, why is there like no other superheroes around? Like, what are you guys possibly doing? And then we find out what they're doing in like their own standalone movie, and they're still in the same like city, and it's like, okay, like
Yeah,
we didn't see any of this. We didn't see aliens take over the world
Yeah.
at
Yeah.
this time. At this time, like, come on now.
I know it wasn't a super popular movie, but that was one thing I liked about like the newest Flash movie that came out was
I
that
have
like
not
it
watched
showed
it
like at the beginning like you had Batman and Wonder Woman both showed up to help the Flash with something because it
Yeah.
just made sense because they were there and they weren't really in the rest of the movie,
Oh, okay.
but they were just at the beginning of it.
Yeah, I
Pretty
think
good.
it's cool. And there's like other superheroes into it as well.
Yeah, just like the quick little cameos and everything.
Yeah,
It gets exciting.
I can't
Not
get
too
over
much.
how fucking stupid fucking the Green Lantern looks.
it's so funny, but that's exactly how he looks like in the comic books too. So it's
I
like,
know that
That
little
transfers
goofy ass
well.
haircut.
that transfers well.
He looks like fucking Chucky in his stupid ass haircut, and also Mark Davis, the owner of the fucking the Raiders. Look at this.
He looks like the owner of the Raiders.
Yes, bro. Ugly,
Just with a
stupid ass
power ring
haircut.
on. That's funny as shit. Josh, what do you think about it? I'm not sure how versatile you are in like learning all the superheroes and shit like that. But
I think the superheroes are
Or
really
versatile.
cool. I
Versatile.
want to see more of a deep dive
Okay, hold
into
on.
like Lex
Hold
Luthor.
on, hold on.
Yeah.
Look at this stupid motherfucker.
Turn your brightness down on your phone.
You
Oh, is that-
got a
I know-
ghost
I know who you're
in
talking
that
about.
phone case.
I know who you're talking about.
Yeah.
Look at this dumb motherfucker, dog. Yeah, I think this is the
It's
best
the
thing.
it's the cheesy ass smile from your two in the eyes, the one that I said.
This is the fucking. This is the Green Lantern.
He looks exactly like the smiling meme. The smiling fuck. The emoji too. He looks like so much goofy shit. It's funny.
Oh my god,
You were
dog.
you were saying you wanted him to be like you wanted to see more of Lex Luthor.
Yeah. So his like big accident, right? And so he has to be like frozen in his like technology suit or whatever it is. You know, I want to see more of a
that.
background off of our villains, right? Rather than just like the superhero story.
I agree.
I love villain origin stories.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I would agree.
They're my favorite.
I saw on Twitter that Jesse Eisenberg, who played the last Lex Luthor, he said that like that ruined his career, or like he
I
felt like
just saw that, too.
started going downhill after he played that character. And I'm not gonna lie, I kind of liked him as Lex Luthor, but that movie that he was in wasn't good. Was
Right.
the problem?
Yeah.
I don't think him playing Lex Luthor was the problem. I think that movie was just really bad. I think
problem
like
was-
Batman versus Superman.
Yeah. Lex Luthor was his best character. Right?
Yeah,
That's his problem.
yeah. Unfortunately, I don't know. I thought it was great. The whole trailer just looks awesome. I feel like there's just so much to like pick and pull from. Yeah.
I do want to add something real fast while we're talking about Lex Luthor. Because you were talking about like someone had like quote tweeted the tweet fucking X fucking post. It's a tweet still.
I say Twitter.
The
It is Twitter forever.
exactly. But the post you were talking about, where Jesse Eisenberg was talking about that, someone had posted in response to it and said Lex Luthor has always been a villain of the times. In the Pulp Ages, he was a mad scientist. In the Silver Age, he had a costume that led to the Legion of Doom. In the 80s and 90s, he was an industrialist. Post 9/11, a president. Making him a neurotic tech bro was right on brand.
Yeah.
Facts.
It's just a villain that they've moved with the times, which
Yeah.
I like.
A people's villain.
A people's villain. He's for
Society's
the people.
villain.
It is for the people.
Hey, the guy that's playing Lex Luthor in the new movie, am I tripping, or is that the guy that is the what is it, Beast or whatever, the blue guy from X-Men?
I've been trying to. Yes, yeah. The when
Yeah,
he's
he is.
younger, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, like in First Class, like
Yeah.
the rebooted
Yeah.
X-Men.
I've been
That's the
trying
same
to
actor,
put
isn't
a name to that
think so,
face this
yeah.
whole time.
Yeah.
This guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You,
Yeah.
you nailed it for sure.
Is it Beast?
It's Beast.
What's his name?
It's Beast's before he turned into a beast.
Right, but Beast is his name. Okay,
Right.
I wasn't for sure. Yeah. A few other questions about this new Superman movie. First of all, in the trailer in the promotion for this movie, it says from the director or something that brought you Guardians of the Galaxy. He can do that. Like he can name drop a Marvel movie in a DC fucking promotion.
He's like the president of making the movies right now. He can do what the fuck he wants.
No. I'm saying like Marvel will let him name drop in a competitor's.
Yeah.
I mean, it's in his resume, you know?
It's just a resume thing.
Exactly. They're not like using, actual content from that franchise. It's just, hey, I worked on this project. I think that's legal.
One thing that was really cool that I wish I would have done, they were filming that movie a little bit, which is surprising. I already had the trailer out. When I moved here to Columbus, Ohio, our Superman was originally created in Cleveland, which is only 2 hours from us, and they were filming most of that movie in Cleveland. And I was like, I had a couple days off, and I was like, I should have went, because they were like having people just run around being extras and shit. And I was like, I should have went. That would have been great. That would have been great to be like, oh, that's me, like way in the back of that movie. That's me right there.
Do you remember years back? They had, when they were filming the Transformers, they had that like in Adrian.
Yeah.
I remember people like were saying like they literally saw like the trailer like pulling like the fucking Autobots
Mhm.
through Adrian, and I didn't see that at the time.
That's wild to me.
Can you
Like,
imagine being
all
at a
that
fucking
style.
red light and Optimus Prime is just laying down in the
Right.
fucking bed of a truck over there?
Autobots roll up.
Yeah.
That'd be crazy.
Go
And it's
to a
like the
car show,
actual
it's
like
all
Optimus
Autobots.
Prime.
Yeah.
Speaking of like movies filmed in places you're at, like when I first moved to Chicago, I was driving. If you're from Chicago, I've spent much time like driving around here. There's a street called Lower Wacker, and it's like down kind of like there's like levels of Wacker. So there's like a level one, like on this like top of the street. There's like a second and maybe a third and fourth, or maybe just three
I
levels
think I
of
know
the
what you're
street.
talking about.
The first time I was in there, I was like, this looks familiar. I'm looking around, I'm like, this looks like where Batman chased the Joker in the Dark Knight. And I
Yeah.
was like, that's kind of crazy. And like a month later, someone told me, like, that is where Batman chased the Joker in the Dark Knight. I was like, I knew it.
Yeah, if there was one city they were gonna film Batman, it would be definitely Chicago.
I think
Oh, for
that
sure.
from my understanding, like Gotham is like
Evil
the
Chicago.
filmed in. Well, yeah, I think it's supposed to be like in intellectually New York, but in practicality in Chicago.
Mhm.
Like I think a lot of it was filmed in Chicago.
Oh, maybe. You were saying like Gotham was supposed to be like the New York of like DC. Is that what you're trying to like go with? I think Metropolis is for Superman.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, then in that case, then motherfucking Gotham is. But I know that like at least like for sports, like I know that they talk about like New York being Gotham.
But I don't know. That's true.
Like you can look up and see like the New York like Giants or like the Jets. Well, like shit will be branded as like welcome to Gotham and shit like that, or Gotham Sports.
How do you guys feel about, since we're already talking about DC and now we're talking about Batman? James Gunn said like, so Robert Pattinson's Batman is going to be a completely separate universe from this new Justice League and stuff, and they're going to have another Batman. How do you guys feel about having like two different Batman basically?
That makes sense.
Yeah.
The Dark Knight never fucking showed up in any other things. That's just his own shit. The guys who are doing the Dark Knight are telling their own fucking story. Like, you know what I mean? They've got fucking Robert. They got, what was it? The Batman. They've got the Penguin TV show, and they're dropping another Batman movie. Like, they're doing their own shit. You know what I mean? I'm cool with that. Because they're also doing shit. The other thing too is like when you start having characters intermingle and shit. If you're not the director of
it changes the tone.
Well, like you get to write different shit for your thing. So like Guardians of the, it's funny. James Gunn would know that better than anyone else. He made all the Guardians of the Galaxy movies. When the fucking Russos made fucking Endgame, they killed off fucking Gamora and then tossed that fucking story back to James Gunn to make the new fucking the new Guardians of the Galaxy. So he had to fucking fix a whole issue of like, well, Gamora's fucking dead. The story I've been telling for 2 fucking movies is gone. Now we've got a new Gamora, and I gotta fucking salvage this somehow.
We're gonna kill this bitch off, and you guys can just deal with it.
Right. So like you've got your characters that someone else borrows, and then make canon changes and then give it back to you. At least this way, like Robert Pattinson Batman, like they get to do their own shit, and I'm so here for that.
Yeah.
I also love that first movie was great. I have not watched the Penguin yet. I've heard it's amazing.
I heard that too. I love the Batman movie. Was awesome. People still like fell asleep, but I'm like, it played out well. I loved it.
It was fire.
It was great.
And I think it's gonna get even better because that was just number 1.
Yeah.
I think it's all like cool until you start getting movies that are like, oh yeah, new universe, but we're using basically the same Penguin, and the same Penguin is just being the same mob boss, and it gets so repetitive, and you're like, I wish this was new. And actual refreshing.
Yeah, I think Marvel's getting to this point where they did the multiverse, and I don't think you should ever do any kind of multiverse, because that's when it started going downhill. Like, we're gonna pull people back to life. We're gonna pull people back to life. We're gonna pull this back, and blah blah blah.
It gets muddled.
Right, you're good.
I'm not as big of a like comic book like lore understander as like you guys are. Isn't one of the most popular things DC's ever done, like the Crisis on Infinite Earths?
Yeah, but okay, so that's different from like having a bunch of movies and like because they're tying like they're basically Marvel's like Crisis on Infinite Earth. They're basically colliding that with like other fucking storylines that they've already had in Marvel, and it's like you're just doing too much and too many different storylines where it doesn't match up.
Hmm.
Because now their biggest problem is the Rise of Kane was supposed to be their newest like Avengers movie, but they had the actor for that is now in prison or whatever, and he was the only character. He was the only person that played Kane in every universe, and they said that in the movie, and they shut it off in the movies. And it's like you guys just ruined the whole storyline, and now he's gone because you guys said he's the only one. And now we have
For
Doctor
le-
Doom.
Hold on,
And
hold on, real fast. For legality's sake, I just want to put out there that Jonathan Majors is not in prison.
okay, whatever
he
it
did-
is.
He did have some legal trouble for sure. And,
Okay, sure.
Yeah, keep going.
And now we have Robert Downey Jr. playing Doctor Doom, and the same Marvel universe.
They're bringing Chris Evans back too.
Yeah, and it's like you guys
Really?
are just doing too much. Yeah,
Yeah.
What's he doing?
it's just dumb now.
He's a different Captain America. Well,
He's a
okay. Did you ever
different
read?
Captain-
Did
Wait,
you ever?
You can't just gloss over that.
I'm
That's new
sorry, not
information for me.
different Captain America. What is he? Nomad? He's a different ish character. He's not the original Captain America. That dude is still back in time with Peggy and racist sometimes.
He's dead. No, he's dead. Captain America died.
No, he
Oh my
didn't.
God.
He went back to live in Jim Crow times with Peggy.
Right, but then now we're into the future where he died because he's an old fucking man. He's
Right.
basically dead.
He made
Yes.
himself old. That's what happened.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
right. Yeah, so that old ass man is not the Captain America that he's going to be playing.
Yeah.
But have you ever read or looked anything up for like Secret Wars? Isn't that what happens in Secret Wars though? They pulled people from different universes to one universe to make them fight.
Yeah, and I think it's just a bit ridiculous.
But I'm saying like it's true to the comics though. That's what they did in the comics.
Yeah, but like they're doing that plus other storylines is just a little too much for me. And
I was
plus you're having multiple actors play a bunch of different characters, and it's just getting really messy. Because
Oh, I mean, I agree. The Doctor Doom shit with Robert Downey Jr. is stupid.
I think Robert Downey Jr. is a great actor and stuff. I think people
Love
are
him.
glazing him a little too much to the point where it's like, oh, he's playing Doctor Doom now. We're all great for him being back in the Marvel universe, and everybody's.
I would have preferred
Like,
them just grabbing a different
anybody.
universe Iron Man.
Hmm.
Yeah, like anybody could. I don't know. I just think it's ridiculous. It's just too much going on.
I want to say a few things
much
real
fun.
fast. First of all, they've literally recast other fucking people in Marvel.
Like,
There's
Rhodey.
no reason. Yes, like Rhodey, exactly. There's no reason they couldn't have just recast fucking Kang.
Yeah.
I wanted to see that storyline so badly, and now he's just some fucking mid-level nigga that got knocked off by fucking Ant-Man. Like, what the fuck?
By Ant-Man,
I wanted to
of all
see-
people.
I wanted to see Kang. Like, why would you scrap that whole thing? Recast him. It's fine. You can find a bunch of people to, you know what I mean? But that's a different tangent. Speaking of rebooting universes and stuff like that, while we're talking about the DC one, I do want to give a second to talk about the loss that I feel from those motherfuckers. Got them to drop the fucking Snyder cut. And that motherfucker was incredible, and I wanted to see the rest of that.
Yes.
And we're never gonna see it.
Yeah.
But they literally laid it out like at the end of it. You know what I mean? Like what could have come in that movie 2 or movie 3, and that shit sounded amazing. And I wanted to see.
They almost painted out for Injustice. Like if you ever play those games already,
That's exactly what it was.
and it was great. I would have loved to see that. It
Same.
would've been fantastic, but shit happens, I guess. But
I'm pretty hurt about that. I'm also
Well-
pretty hurt about the fact that I understand you're making a reboot. I understand maybe you want to get your own fucking people, and it's no hate to the new guy. Henry Cavill was born to play fucking Superman. That motherfucker looked so much like
Yeah.
fucking Superman.
I also
he
think
was-
the new guy looks just like him too.
He just looks like
He's not
Walmart Henry Cavill. Like we got Henry Cavill at home type shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like he doesn't look bad, but he
He's
just
not
looks
bad,
like
yeah.
right. Henry Cavill has had the perfect look for that.
That's true.
I would have liked to see them keep him as that, which they didn't. And
It
whatever.
would have been. And now I also think what is her name who plays Wonder Woman? I think she played the most perfect Wonder Woman as well. It's like Gal.
Gal Gadot.
Oh,
Yes, yeah.
She was
Yeah.
hated. Everything
I don't
see
know
about
why. I
Really?
loved her as Wonder Woman. She was great.
I only saw. I feel like I haven't seen enough, but yeah, I've seen a lot of people talk about how she can't act.
No, I think
Really?
she can.
I'm not. I'm not saying my own opinion. I'm just telling you what I see on the internet. It's pretty like I consistently see people shitting on Gal Gadot.
It's just a bunch of like nerds that are upset. Like get over it.
That's fair.
I think she's
That's totally
great.
fair.
I
Like I
do
said,
want to see what happens with James Gunn's universe. And you were talking about the Snyder Cut. They're also talking about doing the Suicide Squad, like the first one, a director's cut of that, because that movie drastically changed as well from like what it was supposed to be, and that would have been cool because it's an extra like 2 hours on that movie too if they released.
so we're gonna get 3 Suicide Squads, and none of them are gonna make it into fucking James Gunn shit.
I don't know, but well, James
Speaking
Gunn.
of which, that's another
the
situation.
The second one was
We're-
great though.
We're gonna lose fucking having Margot Robbie as fucking Harley Quinn.
No, I think he said he's keeping some actors, and I think Harley Quinn is still in it.
I was
He's
not
gonna,
aware of
he's
that.
gonna
I
use
thought
that
it-
same. I think he's gonna use her still. I'm pretty sure because they have a good relationship.
I thought everybody was getting deleted
But-
from this shit.
But that's not gonna be part of like their new like universe.
Right,
It's
well,
a
that's
whole
what I'm
big
saying.
mess. Yeah. But it's still gonna be. She's still gonna play.
She plays such a good Harley Quinn.
Yeah.
She's so
Such a
good.
good actress.
So that's the problem with like certain actors. You can't just like not have them play those characters.
Is it a little concerning that her character she plays so well in like every movie she does is Crazy Bitch? To me, it seems like it leaks
I
out.
don't remember Barbie being
Might
a
leak-
crazy bitch for the
Yeah, what
I don't
movies?
know.
What movies
Wolf
are you
of Wall
talking
Street?
about?
Yeah,
She's not that
she's
crazy in Wolf of
crazy
Wall
as
Street.
Is she not?
She's not that crazy in that.
You don't
No.
think so? All right, maybe that's just me like placing false memories in my brain, but
I think she was a little crazy, but
Every
Yeah,
other
so?
character in that movie is 10 times crazier than her.
oh, for sure.
Like she
But
seems
also the movie's
normal
not about
compared to the
her,
rest of
you
them.
know? As a side character, she is crazy.
Fucking Jonah Hill's crazier than her. Like there's a scene in that movie where fucking on Quaaludes, Leonardo DiCaprio
Yeah.
is trying to fucking
Drive.
first tackle and motherfucking wrestle Jonah Hill for some shit, and then trying to save his life when he's choking, and she's just there pregnant and screaming. Like, you know what I mean? Like, she's not that crazy. Barbie,
Yeah.
I don't think that she's crazy in.
Focus.
And
we just pull up her discography. Focus with Will Smith, where they're like
Haven't seen
con
it.
artist. He
Yeah.
doesn't play a crazy person in that. Once Upon a Hollywood, a story in Hollywood, or something like that. What is it?
yeah,
called?
that's
Hollywood.
Tarantino movie.
That's a
she's
good
a-
one too. I love that.
She's
movie.
not crazy in that, but
Yeah, she's
Tarantino
not.
weird. He's got his weird ass foot fetish. Like, you got her just in there, that motherfucker just toes
Hey.
up on the.
Some Dan Snyder shit.
Oh my god.
Well, maybe I'm just creating false memories in my own brain, but she does play the crazy bitch really well when she has to pull it out.
Oh yeah, I mean, well, you do have 3 movies? There was 2 different Suicide Squads and Birds of Prey, where she was Harley Quinn in all 3 of them.
Hmm
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
So
I
yeah, I'm
like
not disagreeing with that. Yeah, she does kill it as. Have you guys seen either of the fucking Joker movies?
No, I didn't
I,
actually.
I've seen the first one. It was really good. I love the first one. I've not watched the second one.
I
I've heard
heard
all
the
good
first one was
things.
good. I tried to watch it once, I couldn't get into it, and the second one just seemed so just not. I couldn't give 2 fucks about it.
Yeah.
A
So,
Yeah.
musical
yeah.
with Lady Gaga. I want the Joker because I want to see
It sounds-
Batman.
It
Like-
sounds great on paper, but
No, it doesn't sound good on paper. That's why I
Yes,
didn't
it
see it.
does.
It
With
sounds
Lady
awful.
Gaga, it's great.
No. So as soon as I knew Lady Gaga was gonna be in it, I was like, I don't know about this.
For a musical.
That's fair.
Well, the new Joker movie is supposed to be more like psychological, right?
Yeah.
Less
Yeah.
action, less like what we
Well,
expect out of
it's
like,
his
Marvel movies.
origin story, so of course you're not going to see Batman yet.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert for anyone who hasn't seen it yet. And you can now skip ahead if you're watching this or listening to this.
Hasn't
These
seen
little
what? The
bits.
Joker movies?
The second Joker movie.
Okay.
Are you guys? Do you care if I spoil this shit?
I don't care.
You're
Go
saying
for
this
it.
is origin story, and I'm pretty sure this motherfucker dies at the end of it.
Yep. Yep.
What are we doing here?
So it's just a
We've
We've
different
lost the
universe. that
plot. It's just a
didn't
fucking
mean
big ass
anything.
waste of time.
Interesting.
Yep. Yep.
Anyways, yeah.
It's
That-
dumb as shit. There's
Um,
just, I think a lot of superhero movies are definitely getting oversaturated now, unfortunately. That being
Yeah.
said, I still am excited for the new Superman movie,
Well, that's
but
the
Oh,
money
yeah.
makers, right?
I think Marvel needs to end. I'm sorry. I think they need to fucking stop doing what the fuck they're doing.
Yeah, I
we
think they
definitely.
need to pause and
Like for good point would be watching Deadpool Deadpool and Wolverine. As
That's good.
great of a movie that was, it was like now there's just way too much like it's funny because it was Deadpool and Wolverine's like seriousness. It was funny like them fighting up a bunch of Deadpools and shit. But like if it was Captain America and Iron Man fighting off like a bunch of thems, I feel like it'd just be like, all right, what are we doing? Like this is a little too much.
But like Deadpool
Yeah.
and Wolverine was supposed to be a satire movie, right? It was
Yeah,
supposed to be
yeah.
like just for the fun of it, all
Yeah.
fans, you know.
They
I
literally
love
made
that
fun
movie.
of they literally made fun of the whole fact that like that's what Marvel's doing now is just a bunch of like recasting and like just ditching projects and just a bunch of fucking dumb shit.
Hmm.
But while making fun of it, they are like, I'm pretty sure that they're both going to be in like Secret Wars.
Yeah.
Speaking of the Superman movie, speaking of actually the Deadpool and Wolverine, one thing about that, I thought it was a really good movie, but
That was great.
or not, but to that, one of the things I really really appreciated about it, I am a humongous Blade fan, and getting to see Wesley Snipes one more time as Blade
His
made my
acting
heart
was
so happy.
Great.
I love, and I'm not sure if people know or not too. Like, Marvel was getting close to being bankrupt, like way back, which is why
Yeah.
they were selling off characters, like why X-Men belonged to like
Why Sony
Fox.
got Spider-Man?
so yep, all of those. Blade being a success is what saved Marvel, and so like a lot of people consider Marvel really starting with like the Hulk, or then if you discount the Hulk, because it's like his origin story, but like not, I don't think that Edward Norton's Hulk is really supposed to be Mark Ruffalo's Hulk. Like it's like yes and no.
It was like a
Um,
recast type thing.
It was, but it's like it's connected but not connected because like Ross that's in like the new ones isn't the same Ross that was in the Edward Norton ones. Like
Yeah.
none of that stuff I don't think is
Well,
canon. in
Robert
that.
Downey Jr. comes in the end of Hulk movie
Right.
for the Avengers.
Does he?
Yeah.
Okay, because I was gonna say I thought that 2008 or 9 or whatever Iron Man was supposed to be like the first of the Avengers movies, and people think that that's the beginning, but actually,
No,
if it
it's
wasn't for
Hulk.
Blade, none of that shit would have happened. So, them giving the chance for Blade to come back out and be Blade one more time, I thought that was great. But then
Yeah.
what was crazy is the fact that he had made that comment: "Only one Blade, only ever gonna be one Blade," and that shit is completely completely falling apart now. Like Marshala Ali quit, the director quit. Like Blade is dead in the water right now, which is crazy because how hard is it to make a fucking movie about a fucking nigga killing vampires? Like,
Well, have you watched the or might have saw this on like social media or something, but there's going to be I think it's for like PlayStation or Xbox, I can't remember, a Blade video game, and that shit looks phenomenal. Like the art direction looks great. You gotta watch the trailer. It looks great.
hell
And
yeah.
there's also supposed to be a Wolverine game coming out too, just like the Spider-Man games for Sony. And that bitch is not.
So-
we haven't seen shit from it for like 3 years.
Bro, Insomniac pimped us. They just because they got hacked, they just decided to fucking cancel all DLCs for Spider-Man 2.
They got so bitter. They're like, "Fuck you guys."
Well, they took it out on us, the people that paid for it. Like,
Yeah.
y'all teased Carnage, and then you're just not gonna do it
Yeah,
because
that's crazy.
fuck Insomniac. And I'm gonna be here when they make the next Spider-Man, but for right now, it's fuck y'all.
Good game,
When Superman comes out, we'll give everyone like the appropriate maybe like a week or something to watch that, and then we're gonna be here for the review.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah,
We're covering that for
definitely.
sure.
For sure.
I do want to keep moving just in the interest of time. We got some other stuff to talk about, and I'm sure that as more things come up for this movie or other superhero stuff, we'll talk about that too.
For sure.
But let's move on to start our Christmas stuff, as we are all here for festive. Got our tree and the hat and the sweater and stuff. You're playing with your titty tassels.
my titty scarves.
This is our because
Christmas
we're all gonna be
titties.
doing Christmas next
Less
next
than a
week.
week
This is
away.
gonna be our So this is gonna be our Christmas episode, and Christmas for us because all of us here celebrate Christmas. But to anyone watching or listening that is celebrates like Hanukkah or anything else, happy holidays to you. We do not have the personal experience to talk about that, so we'll be talking about Christmas. But let's start it off. We want to do our Mount Rushmore of Christmas movies.
Ooh.
So, Big Brana, kick that shit off.
All right,
You
so
got your list up.
mine kind of basic, but these all hold a very special place in my heart, and I watch them year round because I love them.
Yep.
So the first one is Polar Express.
Oh, I
Oh,
love Polar Express.
okay.
Yep.
Okay,
I feel like there's been a lot of hate recently on Polar Express.
and
I don't know.
I get so upset. Everybody, I keep seeing it on my TikTok and like all my different social medias. I was like, that one scared me as a kid.
How.
Wow.
Here.
Okay, actually, no. There was a point like when I first watched it as a kid, where the kid's climbing on top of the train, and then he sees like the ghost of the guy on top with the hot cocoa. He kind of just jump out at you, or when he's inside the train and like the little puppets fly out.
She's so hurt.
But it is a good movie. I love that movie. The only thing I would say I hate about it is like, do you know what kind of train this is?
No, he's
Do you
my
like this train?
favorite.
I hate that kid so much. I wanted to punch him so bad.
Me too.
No, he's my
Yeah.
Oh
favorite
my
just because of
God.
how
Do you like trains? Where's your ticket at? Sit down.
Yeah.
Like, sit down, sit forward,
You know what?
please. Sit down. He was a snitch too. Didn't he snitch like half the time? I'm like,
snitch.
did not like him.
Yeah,
He was the
fair,
real
but
villain. He was the real villain.
I mean, I gotta admit, when I was a kid, I asked my mom for a bell from Santa's sleigh because of that movie.
Oh yeah.
yes,
Oh
I
yeah.
love it so much.
And I
It's
hold up
so
to my
good.
ear, jingle it.
We got it.
Yeah.
Uh-uh.
Yes. Tom Hanks. Dude.
It is kind of scary that his face is all of the faces, though.
Yeah.
That does kind of creep me out a little bit, just because it's all the same face, but they look.
He's a
slightly
spirit.
different.
Yeah.
He's a spirit. He's the spirit of
Great.
Christmas.
Great movie. I love that.
Also, the next one that I have is Nightmare Before Christmas.
Ooh.
I would
You
count
can
that.
watch this
Count
at
it.
Halloween time and Christmas time.
I think you can watch it from exactly when like Halloween time all the way till like
Yes.
Christmas. The
Yes.
whole time you can watch it, and I think it's great. I would definitely count that as one.
I think
I
there's,
love Tim Burton movies so much.
if there's any movie that's gonna scare a kid, it's gonna be that one. I think.
Sure.
Maybe I'm just a little screwed up, but it's fine. I love it so much.
I definitely agree with that sake. That's a
And
good movie.
I appreciate that movie so much because there's so much effort that goes into those movies that it just makes it so much better in the detail. Like, they're not making that no more. They're
Sure.
not making these movies.
True.
Yeah.
Love it.
Love it. And then the next two are kind of classics, but like the overplayed ones. But Home Alone, the first
Oh,
one.
that's good.
That's an
good.
American classic
The-
for sure.
The
Yeah.
first one. Not the other
Not
ones.
the third,
Not the other ones.
or the fourth, or the fifth.
The one where he
They made
steals
a
from the
s-
mob boss.
Love it so much. And then the last one that I have is obviously Elf. I love
Oh.
it so much, especially because like when he was being annoying like downtown New York City and everything,
That was real.
that was real. None of them were actors or anything. He was just out bothering people.
Yeah. Which is great.
I love like reactions from it.
The original Billy on the Street.
That's great.
Okay. Josh?
All right. Hold on. My cat's biting me furiously. Okay.
Should probably
So-
pull mine up.
The one that mine like lined up with yours was Elf.
Mhm.
I watched that
Mm.
like 15 times every winter. I love Elf
Great.
so much. I
Love it.
love a Will Ferrell movie in that
Mhm.
where he's just being a goofball, like schizophrenic elf man in New York. Hilarious. I love it. And then I have two that kind of go side by side, where it's like Christmas with the Cranks
I
and
do
Mm,
love
Never
that
seen
movie.
that.
yep, and Christmas
Such a
Vacation. Those two hold the
Christmas
same spot in my
Vacation?
heart. Yep. It's one
Love
of
that
those
one.
I've never seen
classics.
either one of those.
One of those
You
classics that
you
my
got
dad always like watched with me. It was one of his favorite Christmas movies, And every year he'd point out the funny parts where he's like sledding down like the hill. It's like waxed, right? And at the end he holds up the metal like pan. It's just like burnt all the way through. Um, the cat that gets like burnt alive under the couch. Uh, the
It
squirrels.
dies?
See, well, I don't know if it lives or dies. There's a charred outline of a cat under a couch at one point. I think it's dead.
That's crazy. That's Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, your cat's dead. Um, and then I'm gonna count that as two. Like Elf was one, and that's two.
Okay.
My third one is Jim Carrey's The Grinch.
Yes.
Okay.
Also one of my like favorite actors ever. Jim Carrey is so funny.
top notch.
For sure. Tick tock, running down the Christmas clock. Big, small, old, young. Ah! It's great. I love it.
Sing that shit, Josh.
The Grinch.
Me and my dad quote that all the time. And then
Love that.
one that actually I don't like, but I think it has been such a staple in my family. I don't like claymations or stop motion pictures because I don't know, something
Fucking
just feels
Rudolph.
wrong. Yes, exactly. Rudolph from like 1960s.
It's a good one. Is that the one with the Island of Forgotten Toys?
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
That's an amazing movie.
I don't really
It's
like
just
that
creepy,
movie,
the claymation.
but it's such a staple you
that
can't get rid
creepy.
of it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Those are good.
I love it.
Dusty?
Mine's definitely The Grinch is up there for sure.
Which one? The Jim Carrey's?
Yeah, dude, it's fucking awesome,
Okay.
phenomenal. Probably like one of the best Christmas movies for sure of all time. Definitely on of all time. Not a lot of people like this movie. I love this movie. Jingle All the Way.
I haven't seen that either.
I don't know that
Oh
one.
my God, I love that one. Okay, who's that fucking actor? Arnold.
Schwarzenegger.
Yeah. So he's like the whole movie is his trying to get a Christmas gift for his son because he keeps forgetting to buy his Christmas gift, and it's sold out everywhere. It's like the hottest toy ever, and he's trying to get it. So he goes all the way around town to try to find this Christmas gift, and it goes wrong. And it's just a great, like, heartwarming movie. I love it. So that would be my second pick for sure. My third one would be Miracle on 34th Street. I think it is, or third. I think it's fourth. That's a great, like, it's a classic, all-time classic. Christmas
seen
movie.
that.
Yeah.
It's
Fucking
old.
up.
That's another one I
It's
haven't seen.
old. It's old. It's really great. It's probably like one of the best Christmas movies.
It was made in 1947.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah,
Holy
dude.
shit.
You gotta watch it. It's a great movie. It's probably like one of the highest rated Christmas movies. It's so good.
I've heard of it before. I've heard of that one and like It's a Wonderful Life, like two old
Yeah.
ass
Mm.
classic ones. I've never seen either one of those.
I love it. And then my last one would be Love Actually. If you've ever seen that movie, it's great too.
Also
I think I've
haven't
seen
seen
that.
that one.
Great Christmas movie. Great Christmas movie. I got the sleeper picks.
I
To be
know
honest,
you do.
they're
You
really
do.
good. Whoever's watching this, definitely go check out those movies for sure. They're great. On your list.
So mine, I'm gonna have to agree with Bree. One of my favorite ones, because mine's in no order either. I don't know if you guys ordered yours, but
Oh, hell no, I
Polar
did not.
Express. Polar Express has definitely got a special childhood place in my heart. Love that movie. I know you're saying fuck claymation movies, but one of my all-time favorites is Year Without a Santa Claus.
I don't know that
Like
one.
they had like the Heat Miser.
That one's
Oh,
Yeah.
great.
Yeah.
That one was pretty
Miser,
creepy.
He's Mr. 101.
That's
yeah,
about
that
the
shit is
only scene
fine.
I
That
know.
one's super creepy.
I love those. Honorable mention to Santa Claus is Coming to Town, another claymation one.
Mhm.
That one, I think that one creeped me out the most with like the wizard, the snow wizard, or
Yeah,
yeah,
you didn't
that
like
one
those? You
creeped me
had
the fuck out.
little baby Chris Kendall.
Creeped me the fuck out.
I'm surprised you're not a bigger fan of that one, Josh. Isn't that in Germany, like old ass Germany?
I don't watch things in Germany. What? I am German in
Yeah,
America.
no. Hey, shit! If they had a fucking Christmas movie about like black people in America, I'm sure I'd fuck with that one. I don't know. So yeah, Polar Express, You Without a Santa Claus. I'm not sure if any of you guys have seen this one. Another one from like special place in my heart from my childhood. Used to watch this with my mom. Old ass movie. White Christmas, the musical
I know
Yeah.
it.
with Bing Crosby.
Yeah.
I don't know if I've seen it.
I'm dreaming
Oh,
of a white.
That's
Yeah,
a
that
good
shit is fire.
that's a good
And then my fourth one, I can't believe that none of you guys mentioned it. Motherfucking 24/7 on Christmas on TBS and TNT. Christmas Story. You'll shoot your eye out.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
sorry. I'm sorry. I don't like that movie.
It's okay, everybody
That's
doesn't have
far
good
to say
taste.
that you don't like that movie. It's a
Boring.
good movie. It's just not like
Boring.
top, you know.
I love that shit, dog. Every chance I get a chance to, because it's always on. So like, even if I could just watch like a few minutes of whatever part of it is on at the time during Christmas, love that shit.
Oh, that movie is made for the middle-aged white man who likes to hunt. I do not like those movies.
That's where I'm from. That's where I'm from. Is middle-aged white people that like to.
Not your skin color, though. You should not be like that.
Hey, shit. Motherfucker, every part of that movie is a classic. Bro gets his
I
mouth
don't know
washed
why.
out with soap and blames it on his friend for learning how to swear, but it was his dad the whole time. The
Little
fucking
Ralphie.
leg. Yeah, the leg lamp. The fucking little brother
Leg
wrapped up
lamp.
in fucking snow gear like this, just waddling the fuck around.
Like a penguin.
Like, that movie is amazing.
I don't know. I didn't fuck with it that much. Like,
Let me ask you guys a question. I don't know if any of you guys have like super strong opinions on this either way. It's been a very long time since I've seen the movie I'm about to ask you about, so I don't have a dog in the fight at all. I want to rewatch it at some point
is it
and
Die
say,
Hard?
is Die Hard a Christmas?
I knew it. I knew it.
Is Die Hard a Christmas?
Yes.
Yes.
Can I say why it is?
Yeah.
Why I think it is. If you're making a movie and the whole premise of the movie is basically based around Christmas, and for like it doesn't have to like be advertised as Christmas, but it's like obviously it's a Christmas, like they're what am I trying to say? Like they're
So there was the Christmas party, shit goes left, but at the end of the day, he wants to be at that Christmas party.
yeah, he wants to just get home for Christmas with his family. That's the whole reason why he's even there. He just got caught up in like this robbery, and now he has to fight off these people because all he wants to do is get home for Christmas. That's the whole premise of the movie. A lot of people like to say like, oh well, so you're basically saying like if there's any kind of Christmas scene in a movie, it's just a Christmas movie, and that's not what I'm saying. The whole story is basically based off of him wanting to get home for Christmas with his family. So 1,000% it's a Christmas movie.
I've seen a long YouTube video explaining how there are like direct correlations between Die Hard, like scenes in Die Hard with like Christ and like being reborn, and I'd agree with you. I think I've seen too much evidence to call it a Christmas movie than not a Christmas movie.
A
Right.
big thing
I
I
think
brought up
Gro-
because we were just talking about this. Have you guys seen Paul Blart Mall Cop?
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
It's been years. It's
A
been
Christmas
years.
movie. He's a mall cop. He's shutting down the mall on Christmas Eve because the next day's obviously Christmas. He wants to get home to his family and his daughter for Christmas, and
But
then
the
they end up
workers-
robbing the mall. That's the same concept as Die Hard. And everybody's like, Paul Blart Mall Cop's a Christmas movie, but Die Hard isn't. It's the same concept.
I'll be the
Literally the
opposite.
same thing.
I don't think Paul Blart, in my mind, is not really a Christmas movie.
It is though.
Is
It's
it?
the same concept. I just said it.
This
Like,
is the
think about
actual
it.
debate. Is Paul
Is
Blart a
Paul
Christmas
Blart-
movie?
Yeah, no. Well, think about it. It's the same thing. Okay, you have John McClane, who is Bruce Willis in Die Hard, but then you have Paul Blart.
I hate that you're
They-
so right. I hate.
they're both trying to get home to their Christmas.
Nobody talks about Paul Blart though.
Yeah, they're both trying to get home for their Christmas dinner or whatever with their family.
Yeah.
But they're being robbed, so they have to fight off the people they're being robbed from.
Why
It's
are
the
those
same
movies
story.
so similar? That's so
It's
sad.
it's the same thing.
Yeah, the only difference
is-
is Paul Blart needs a pixie stick.
So true. What is your take, Spencer?
It's been a very long time since I've seen either movie. I don't have an opinion. I
I
was just curious if
yeah.
I was hoping that maybe you and Josh were on opposite sides and we get a little debate
I
out of
used
it.
to be
Nope.
I used to be very against calling it like a Christmas movie, and then like I watched it again, and I'm like, yeah, this actually makes sense. The whole storyline is him wanting to be home for Christmas. That's a Christmas movie.
You have
That's
to be
fair.
looking for the evidence, though, to realize it's a Christmas movie.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's not something that stands out to you, like, you know, your classic traditional Christmas movies.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he comes home or he comes to like the Christmas party. They're having a Christmas party, and then people rob it, and he's still trying to like get home for Christmas. I think it's pretty in their face that it's a Christmas movie. To be
That's fair.
honest.
Okay.
It's fair.
I think it's because it's like a huge action movie. I think people are like, it's not a Christmas movie. I think that's fine.
Action, but there, if you want to say that, you also have like the horror Christmas movies. So like,
Promise.
yeah, like the genre doesn't really matter here.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's true.
Um. Yeah, like I said, I don't have really a super opinion on that.
You
Let's
brought
bring
this
us
up.
on into.
You brought
Huh?
this up and you don't have an opinion?
He wanted
I
us
was
to
just like I
fight.
said, I was hoping that maybe, like I said, that you guys. It was kind of a spur of the moment like question too. I was just wondering if anyone had any opinions.
It was the stir the pot
Yep.
situation.
Yeah, release the
100%.
dogs.
That's my
Well,
my
the
job
dogs
as
fight?
host.
He threw us a
Hey.
bone, and he wanted to watch the dogs fight
Yep.
over
Hey,
that
don't-
bone.
Don't put that on. Let's go to our next topic. Does anyone have anything you can kind of share as much or as little as you want to? What Christmas means to you specifically? So, like any traditions, foods, what you look forward to, gifts, anything like that you guys want to talk about. Just kind of leaving that up for discussion's sake.
I mean, we don't really have big traditions in our family for Christmas. There's the like Christmas Eve, everyone like draws a name and like you go to the store all together and you create a stocking for that mystery person.
Sounds like a tradition to
Oh,
me.
That is
That's
a
what I mean.
big
That's about
tradition.
our only tradition.
No, expand on that. That's cool.
It is. So like, you know, you're going around the mall, right? And you'll see someone like around an aisle and you see them and they like duck around and try to dodge you because they don't want you to
That's
see
fun.
what's in their basket because then you'll
Wait,
know.
is this
Oh, it's
fun.
is this is this your immediate family? This is Karis's family. Whose family?
This is my family, right? So
Okay.
me and my
That's
dad, Karis,
That's
and then my
exciting.
sister when she's around. But more
Okay.
so, like of that, that's really our one tradition. More so, is just the fact that we can rely on every year on Christmas that everyone gets together. From Germany, from people in Kentucky now. My sister is up from she was just in St. Louis, and now she's in a different state. I can't even remember. I feel like such a bad brother, but like
I don't
everyone's
know
from
where
around
my
the
stuff is
world
right now.
basically, and like coming together. So
Okay.
that's why I like Christmas, family.
Okay.
I like that answer.
Dusty, Brana, y'all got anything y'all want to share?
That's
No.
all you.
Take the floor.
That's all you.
Nope, take the floor.
Dusty, this was
So
your
obviously
this was your topic.
We're siblings for people that don't know, but recently our family's kind of been a little too much around Christmas time, so I'm more or less to share how I used to love Christmas
Yeah.
or what I used to love about it. I feel like our family Christmases have not been there anymore, and I think we're trying to work on it.
Yeah.
Me and you are trying to work on making it better, but I used to love waking up. Usually, Christmas Eve. A lot of families do this, anyways. But we'll sit around. We'll watch like a Christmas movie on Christmas Eve, whatever. Have snacks, We used to make like Christmas cookies and stuff. I loved doing that. We decorate them, have fun, and then like right before bed, which I don't know why we did this right before bed, because it got us all excited for no reason. But we would each open up one gift.
Yes.
We get to go around. It can't be the biggest gift though. If it's like a big gift, we can't pick the biggest
You gotta
gift.
pick something small.
Yeah. So we go around the tree. Okay, that one says me. I'm gonna pick that gift. We get to open it. Be fun. But sometimes it'd be like a video game. It's like, all right, guys, it's time for bed though. I'm like, fuck, what am I doing with this video game? I've been thinking about it all night, staying up all night. I'm like, I gotta play this in the morning. Like, what the fuck? Uh, so that was fun. And then I missed when we were all kids, just sitting around
Yeah.
with the Christmas tree. We would each individually open up a gift, youngest to oldest, in a row, instead of like how we do it
All at
now,
once.
all at once, and it's kind of just chaotic and a whole
Yeah.
mess.
You guys open Christmas gifts all at once?
We do now. It's
Now we do.
horrible.
That's
We
crazy.
were kids, it was great because, or like our dad, or when you were real little, when you were a baby, basically, you would handle all the gifts to everybody.
Yeah.
And I miss that because we'd each open up our gifts in front of people, and it was like, it wasn't more of like a selfish thing. It was like, we're just putting a spotlight on people for a second. You
Right.
know, it's nice, it's warming. I loved doing that.
Yeah.
And that was our whole thing. And then we'd go after
Cute.
after our gifts, we would play around for like an hour or so, and then we'd go to our grandparents. We'd go see my great grandma and my grandma. That was really nice.
Yeah.
So that's what Christmas was usually about. Not so much anymore, but it is what it is.
I'm gonna talk about that. We're trying to bring it back. It's okay.
And then I have a question, man. I'm gonna pause it for after Spencer tells us his, but yeah, go ahead.
You can
Spencer.
you can get your question first.
Oh no, mine's off topic from what we're already talking about. So
Oh, okay.
we'll do yours first.
Well, are you gonna forget? Because I know that I'm gonna do this next, so we can detour.
Oh, I was gonna say, have you ever like found your Christmas gifts from like your parents before Christmas time, before they were wrapped?
That
No.
you brought this up.
No,
I think
you've
that
never
my
found them.
parents. No, my parents. I'm pretty sure always kept theirs like in their room, but even like I don't even know if they're in their room, but like in their closets usually. So like
Okay.
I wasn't going in like I wasn't going through my parents' shit.
Okay.
No.
I was a
I
mischievous
never
kid.
did either.
You
I
were.
Oh,
wanna hear
I
yours. Let me hear yours
definitely
real quick.
went and snuck into my parents' closet and looked
Yeah.
at all my gifts before.
Hell
was that
yeah.
kid.
I will say that like when I
And you
was a
gotta
kid
wait.
though, like how I found out that Santa wasn't real was like I was kind of getting to that age where like I was like
Oh, by the
and
way, if
then-
you're young listening to this, I'm
Spoiler.
sorry, Santa's not real. I'm so sorry.
Sorry to break
Bomb
it to you.
drops. We just ruined
With-
everything.
with as much swearing as we've been doing, I wasn't imagining that children would be listening to this. But sorry if I just fucked your shit up. Someone's
just
gonna
lost
grow.
the-
This
we
is a
just
core
lost the
memory for
viewers.
some kid. For some kid, it's a
Unsubscribe.
core memory. They're gonna be on a podcast 20 years from now, like, yeah, I found it out because Spencer's fucking stupid ass told me. But
Double dose, bitch ass.
basically, like my parents used to always type a like a letter from Santa.
Yeah.
And one year, as I'm imagining now, as I'm older, like motherfuckers are probably up late doing shit, and they my dad wrote the letter, and my dad has like very, very distinct handwriting.
Oh.
And so I was like, I'll have to like show you guys on the next time we do this, like what my dad's handwriting looks like. There's like
Yeah.
a certain demographic of like men that have the exact same handwriting that like looks so different from any other fucking handwriting in the world.
I
When I
thought you
saw
were
this,
about
I
to
was
say. I thought you were about to say like the font was off. You're like, that's not Santa's font that he always uses.
No, it was usually typed, but this time it was in his handwriting. And I was like, "This is his handwriting." Santa's
Crack
not
the
real.
code.
I came to my parents. I was like, "Tell me the truth." We were about to leave for like to go to like my like extended family too, and I was like, cornered my mom. I was like, "Explain this."
Playing this. That's funny as shit.
Dusty, you found presents?
I want to hear yours.
I never found anything.
You never found any?
No, I was terrified.
Do you know the story I'm about to bring up?
Yeah, I know it's right here. But obviously, she would never do this. I could never see mother doing this. But she would always tell me that, like, if you found them, I'm returning them. So I
Yeah.
was like, I'm
That's
looking
fair.
for shit.
That's fair. No, this was I forgot how old I was, but my oldest sister, she just got a job. And so she's bought everybody Christmas gifts. I never found our parents' Christmas gifts that they had hid from us, but my sister bought us gifts. And I asked for a couple of video games, right? This was when DS was still popping. So I went in the closet. I found my Christmas gifts.
You played
I
that
found,
motherfucker,
I
didn't you?
found this Christmas gift that I got. Brand new game came out that month, and I'm like, I gotta play this now. I gotta play it. And it was like 2 months before Christmas, like
Yeah.
October. My birthday just passed too. I'm like, I gotta fucking play this game. So I snuck to the kitchen. I think nobody was home at the time. I took that game. I gently like peeled off and cut the plastic wrapping perfectly, so you couldn't tell. I took the game out. I had to like slide out the case from the plastic. I took the game out, popped that bitch in my DS, put the sleeve back, put it back on the top shelf in her closet. I played that bitch over and over again.
That nigga
Yeah,
beat the game before Christmas.
I beat the game before Christmas. So of course, what did I do as soon as I opened up that gift? I'm like, oh, thank you so much. Like 2 days later, I traded that bitch into GameStop, which is horrible.
Wow.
Horrible.
You're the worst human alive.
Horrible, brother.
It's a good thing that you were. How old were you at that point?
Dude, I don't fucking
Probably in like middle school.
middle school for sure. Like I don't know, like seventh.
I know
eighth
Yo
grade.
ass was on Santa's naughty list.
Oh, 1,000%. And it was not fucking me with that like that year, not at all.
How
Does
long
she
before
know
you
about
told your
that?
family what happened? Yeah, I was gonna
Oh, I
ask you.
still
Did you
have
know?
not. I still have not.
They still don't know.
They're gonna watch the podcast and call Yo ass immediately. Hello.
You're
You
never gonna.
traded it to GameStop? No presents for Dustin this year.
At least I beat the game.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
For me, used to do like whenever, because my sister and I would like go to bed. Lots of times when we were younger too, like we would do like, I mean, we lived in the same house, but like on Christmas Eve, like lots of times we would do like a sleepover in like one of our rooms, which was cool. And then
Yeah.
when we would wake up, we used to stay up late as hell too, because it was like I wouldn't be able to sleep. My parents
Yeah.
are always like, Santa's not gonna come if you stay awake. Like, get us to bed. But whenever we would wake up, whatever was in our stockings, we could get into early, before my parents woke up. Because it's like, once again, as I'm understanding as I'm older now, like, kids don't go to fucking sleep till like fucking 10. You're doing fucking Santa activities. You gotta wait for them to be asleep and make sure they don't come out the room. So parents were out late as fuck, on Christmas Eve, like doing this stuff. So the next day, it's like, it's early. We wake up, we're trying to get into shit. They're like, let us sleep a little bit longer. So we should, like I said, we always be able to get our stockings early. One of the greatest things that my parents ever did, I can't remember if it was from my parents or from Santa, but they left. We got a Wii for Christmas, which was like the goated gift of all time. But they left that motherfucker out. They didn't wrap it. So literally, like, I think maybe like 7 or 8 in the morning, my dad's coming out like, y'all gotta go back to bed because my sister and I are out here getting it in Wii tennis.
That's crazy.
And then so we went back to sleep for like another hour and a half, and they came back out. Christmas morning was us just on the motherfucking Wii. That shit was great.
Wii Sports was Wii Play or whatever it was, the arcade.
Yeah.
Yep.
Those
Wii
Wii Sports was the shit, man.
goated.
They didn't even need that many. There were more games for it, but they didn't even need that many games. I was just trying to play Wii Sports, bro.
Mhm.
Yep.
See me in the boxing. Get your ass in the ring. Let's go.
Yeah,
Like,
bowling was the shit too. I
Bro.
guess since we said that, like, what is everybody's like favorite Christmas that they've ever had, or, like favorite gift?
favorite gift. I mean,
Gift.
that's got to be up there. I mean, I don't know off the top of my head. There's been a lot. I got this boy a few years back. I really wanted this.
Nice.
I don't know.
LeBron Lakers jersey, which is really cool. That means a lot
LeBron
too.
James.
Yep. But yeah, the Wii was definitely up there. Just because of how much work we put into that bitch even before my parents woke up. And we got my parents to play it with us too. It was a lot of fun.
They're just tired and falling asleep. Like, whatever.
Shit, it was smart on their aspect too, because it was like the longer that we just played that,
Oh
the longer we let them sleep.
Oh yeah.
My parents
What
did the
about you,
same
Josh?
thing when the Wii came out. That's like the year they got us that for Christmas, and that was like the big gift. That was huge, right?
Yep.
Because that was our first like real like console since like a PlayStation in our house.
Yeah.
Before that, I didn't even have like a PS3, PS2. It was a PlayStation, and then Game Boys, and then immediately to the Wii. It was huge.
Oh yeah, Game Boys and DS were the shit too.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I can't remember
Play this shit.
for some. Maybe I was too young. I had a DS and I played the fuck out of it, but I can't remember when I got it.
Mhm.
I can't remember receiving it. I do remember getting the Wii though.
What about you
But
guys?
yeah, you guys have one?
I have one, and no. She was asking if we got our old dog for Christmas. No, that was for Amber's birthday.
Oh, I knew it was for something.
Yeah. Mine is another Nintendo product. That was the GameCube. We got that
Old
bitch. We
ass.
jumped from the
Old
PS1
ass.
from the PS1 to the GameCube. That shit was fire. We all got a game. We all got our own memory cards, our own controllers. So like we had to fucking fight over nothing. It was our own shit. So that was amazing. That
Nice.
was my favorite gift.
I remember the first console I ever got was a PS2, also for Christmas years before, and I didn't have a
Yeah.
memory card, so I used to have to fucking play
Oh.
games and
I
just get as
never
far as I
got-
fucking could in that motherfucker. Because the
Yeah.
next time I played it, I was starting from scratch. I remember one time I left the motherfucker plugged in, and I
Yeah.
was like, all right, we'll just make sure that, like, I went to school, I think, and I left the motherfucker plugged in, so I come back, pick my shit up. My parents had like moved it and then unplugged it, not even
Oh.
knowing. I was like, no.
Like Spencer hasn't talked to us for like 3 days. Is he okay?
Well, I was playing it in the living room.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah.
I gotta bring up the PS2 after this though, but
I think my favorite like bunch of Christmas gifts were probably last year's because
damn.
I moved out this year, and so for Christmas all I asked for was apartment goodies, so I didn't have to buy anything.
Nice.
That's
the way to
that's
do
how
it,
you do
bro.
it.
Yeah.
That is
Absolutely.
how you do it.
And I got
It's
a lot.
expensive.
Yeah, oh, I got
Crazy
so
expensive.
much stuff that I didn't have to
That's
buy. It was
nice.
great. It was lovely.
That is nice. I also thank you for asking for them.
Yeah, absolutely. Anything.
Think they use them.
I
I got shit I wanted, so that's cool. No, I was gonna talk about the PlayStation 2. I remember one year, and this is some fuck shit on my dad's part. This might be why I hate him so much.
Oh, I know what you're.
Daddy issues. We were playing the GameCube one time, and my dad, like this was like when the Xbox 360, like a year or two in, right? So like we still had like the older generation console, which was the GameCube at the time. And my dad came in the room and it was like me and my older brother playing some game, and he's like, "So I'm gonna buy you guys for Christmas. Don't tell the younger kids, but I'm gonna buy you guys an Xbox 360 for Christmas." And I'm like, "Sick! This is gonna be awesome!" Because like everybody had an Xbox 360. If you didn't have one, you're a bitch. Like you're not the coolest kid in fucking school. Like I had to have one. And so Christmas comes along, we open the bitch, and it's a PS2. And my parents rescue. I used one from GameStop, by the way, and like I'm grateful. I don't want to sound ungrateful, but I was mad as fuck because like that's the same generation as the GameCube. I'm playing the same fucking games, and I'm like, all right, Dad.
That's the
Thank
same
you.
generation?
Yes,
It
I'm like,
is.
thank you so much. Great. Dude, I was so heated. I
You were
was so
only disappointed because you thought you were getting the Xbox 360.
yeah. I was like, how do you put this thing?
Betrayal.
Yeah.
Oh, I was just so heated.
It's the expectation. Yeah, I can see
Yeah.
that.
It's totally different things. Totally different things. PlayStation 2, Xbox 360, totally different names. How can you fuck that up when you go to GameStop? When you ask the little nerd at the counter, how do you fuck that up?
Yo, speaking of going to GameStop with
Oh,
your
man.
parents,
Oh man.
real quick, this is completely a different tangent, but I remember when I got GTA 5, which came out fucking 100 years ago. Because these motherfuckers refused to drop
2013.
GTA 6.
We just looked it up today too. Actually, 2013.
2013, right. So 2013, I was still maybe like a sophomore or a junior in high school. I remember I wanted
You were a
GTA,
sophomore.
and I convinced my mom to get it for me, right? And we went to GameStop, and I had already like smoothed it over and everything because like my parents were big like like I don't want to say I was sheltered, but like you know what I mean, like adult themes and shit like that. They were kind of particular. So my mom more than my dad too over like what I could watch. Like my mom's the type of person like like you're watching a movie, there's a sex scene, she gonna hop in front of the TV like
Turn it off.
But-
Enough of that. No titties.
right. But yeah, so I remember I convinced her to get me GTA. We went into GameStop. And the
That's
motherfucking bitch ass nigga behind the counter, dog. I don't know what the fuck his fucking situation was. This motherfucker was trying to talk my mom out of getting the game for me.
Oh,
Like
I
he was
hate-
like, well, there's this, and this thing. I'm like, shut your ass up, nigga. I'm trying to get GTA. Like, you know how much work went to convince her to get this for me?
I could
and
see you
now-
sitting behind your mom, just like tears running down your face, and you're like, please, sir.
And I'm like in my head, like, please do not let her fucking go back on this because this fucking. Oh, I was mad. I've not forgotten that shit. You said it was 2013. 11 years later, I still fuck that guy from GameStop.
Did you get the game?
Yes.
Okay.
Dude, I had a
Everything
similar
crazy.
thing
Never
happen to
forget.
me.
That's some snake shit.
I went into
I was-
GameStop one time, right, with my dad, right? The plan was to get Skyrim, right? Get Skyrim. The guy behind the counter, here's Oblivion. He was like, oh yeah, we'll get that for you instead. I'm just looking at my dad like, I thought we
The
had a
game
plan.
before Skyrim.
What happened to
Crazy.
the plan?
That's crazy. The cheaper option.
Right, yeah.
Oh,
I'd be pretty mad at that too.
He was like, oh, there's
We-
lore in it. You have to understand the lore of
We-
Skyrim
How about
before
you
you
just
play
give me the
Skyrim.
game that I want?
yeah, the fuck. Shut your ass up and read the register.
I'm paying for this right now because I don't think it's you.
Yeah,
Right.
fuck.
I was like, bruh, little fucking spiteful ass fucking kid. I'm like, let me call your boss and tell him you're trying to not sell games.
That's funny. It's funny.
You had a sale and you trying to talk her out of getting it for
It's
me.
funny because our mom never cared
Oh no.
about any of that shit. I think, well, she used to, but then my older brother, this was back when we had the GameCube, he got Resident Evil 4, which is like a big like zombie horror game. And I was real young when that game came out. Came out like
Yeah.
2004. And after that, she's like, all right, you can handle mature shit. So after that, like, I would go to GameStop and be like, yeah, I want the new Call of Duty. And it'd be instant, like, yeah, you can have it. Or like GTA. Like,
Like,
We can't hear you, Bray.
Can you hear me now?
Yep.
Okay. I remember when, like, the person behind the counter wouldn't sell it to you because, like, you didn't have mom with you.
yeah.
And every single time you would have to call her and be like, they're not selling it to me. So then she'd have to go all the way over there and be like, just give them the game.
Yeah, she'd be so funny. I don't give a fuck. Like,
Damn.
well, the
What
opposite
could have been?
experience.
Yeah.
And it did become to a point, but this was like first start of the school, where I've already been there so much, and I think mom flipped out one time because she's just annoyed that they wouldn't sell it to me. That like that one time that she flipped out, every time I went in there, they knew my face, and they're like, all right, we just gotta, all right, this game's like enough. We're gonna give me whatever game you want. It doesn't matter what the fuck it is.
They're like, we don't want to see. We don't want to see. Go back in here and get on her ass.
My mom's like the sweetest, but she's one of those sweet ladies. But like when you like make her
Don't piss
mad,
her off.
it's like, whoa. I made her mad like one time, 2 or 3 times.
Never again.
Oh. Oh.
I've never made her mad because I saw all of you guys do it and I was like, nope.
Yeah.
Uh-uh.
We got lucky with that. Thanks, mom.
Man, so that was like Christmas when I was younger. Something like now, so like my parents, so like Lex's parents are divorced and my parents are now divorced too. So Christmas, thank God both of us are from like neighboring towns. So like
Yeah.
she's
That
like the
makes it
town
nice.
right next to mine. So like when we go back it's nice, but it's like still we've got 4 sets of parents to see.
It's draining.
It's a lot.
It's a
It's
lot.
like so like this year, like like I try to take like 3 days off work if I can. So like the day before Christmas, the day after, and then try to like work in extra time to see everyone because like Christmas Day is like boom, 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 boom. You know what I mean? Hitting everybody. So it's a lot. I can't imagine what people do that are like in a relationship and you're like hours away. You know what I mean? Like that's got to be tough. We got the dog.
The dog. I mean, you have to
That's
pick
our
and
mascot.
choose at that point, and it sucks because that's not what Christmas is supposed to be for, right?
Because
Yeah.
exactly. Because to me, Christmas is like for family. So like,
Yeah.
even as I'm getting older too, like my Christmas list of things that I want is shrinking. But like, what I really want to do is just be around my family.
Mm-hmm.
I thought you said drinking, but I was like, oh, he said shrinking.
No, shrinking.
I'm like, yeah, I will love the drink too. I just get
Drinking.
hammered.
Drink on Christmas.
It's about like being around family. So like seeing like my parents, seeing like even like because I go back like to Adrian. So like seeing like friends. Like I see like Griff. I see him every Christmas. Usually see him for a night. Adam, try to go check in with him and his family for a little bit. So that's really what Christmas is more about now. Something cool now too is like for those that don't know, well, I don't know, anyone probably knows, but like my sister just moved from New Orleans up to like an hour outside of Chicago, so she's close by now, which is really cool.
Oh,
And then if you guys have ever heard of like Chris Kindle Mart, they have them in like Chicago, but there are different places
oh,
too.
what?
Yeah.
It's like a German like market basically.
A giant like Christmas store.
Market, yeah, like outside.
Like a
I
spirit
went-
Halloween for Christmas.
Right. I went. Well, no, it's like a market, like an outside market,
Okay.
Yeah, I
Like
guess I
it's-
said that wrong. It's like multiple small markets, right?
like
Okay.
little booths and stuff. There's like
Oh,
food and
okay.
drinks and stuff like that.
Nice. Okay.
So they've got. I now know what this is called. It's called a raclette. There's these sandwiches
Like a lid?
and basically a raclette.
Okay,
Raclette.
sorry.
And
Like they're small.
Otherwise-
I know.
yeah, you probably couldn't find it anyways.
Oh damn! I'll see myself out.
But they've got this raclette, and basically it's like a baguette and like ham and like pickles and stuff. And there's like this cheese, and the cheese is on like a heater, and like they scrape it off, and it's like melted cheese on the thing.
Oh.
Yeah, I know what that
I
is.
tried that this year. It's fucking amazing. But when I went to the market last year, I had wanted no parts of it. And the reason why, when I was there, I understood where the phrase comes from when someone farts and they call it cutting the cheese. That smell of that cheese literally smells like somebody put their finger in their butthole and waved it around in the motherfucking air.
Got
It's
that
one of the most
stank.
offensive smells I've ever smelled before.
That's
And what's
disgusting.
crazy about like, so last year when I went, I was trying to get the fuck out of there. But this year I've got some friends in Chicago that are like, no, you need to try it. So I had to wait in line, and I invited my sister and her boyfriend to do this too. So we're all just waiting in line, and the line is humongous. So you're standing there for 30 minutes smelling the worst smell of all time, so that then you can put that smell in your mouth. And it wound up being good. It was good. But let me tell you, the smell of that was sickening. I'd
Some
rather
sticky
stand
tabs.
over a sewer
Horrible.
gate and smell of that than smell the fucking
That's
the cheese.
foul.
Oh,
That's so
It's
foul.
that it's one of the most offensive smells I've ever smelled in my whole fucking life. Also, speaking of my sister, I want to give her a shout out. She
Graduated.
just walked for graduation today. Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
congratulations!
So-
I just saw
Big
that
shit.
like, just before this.
Wait, can we get a
Yeah.
hand clap real quick?
Yep. So shout out to Katie. Congratulations. I'm very proud of you.
Big case.
All right. We are getting a little late, so we'll cut this soon. I do before we wrap this up. Well, before we move on to our last topic, does anyone have anything else they want to add? No.
While you guys
Oh,
were
Josh.
talking about like Christmas traditions, it
Yeah.
actually sparked memories in my brain that I didn't realize that were there. When I was a kid, they used to duct tape off the upstairs hallway where our bedrooms were, and put a timestamp on the duct tape to when we could go and wake my parents up. Because
Oh, I see what you
we
mean.
were
I see what
jumping
you
on
mean.
their bed at like 6 a.m. Get up!
Yep.
Open presents.
That's
Where's our
funny as shit.
breakfast? Right.
They
Oh.
imprisoned you guys upstairs, so
Oh,
you can't
for
come
sure. We
downstairs.
used to sleep in the hallway.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
And then-
What's crazy about kids at that age too is like when you're going to school starts at like 7, so you had to wake up at like 6 something. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
that sleep schedule doesn't fucking change because it's
No.
Christmas. If anything, the anticipation wakes you up early. Yeah, 6 a.m. at your parents like, hey, where are the presents at? And they're like, bro, it's my day off. Fuck
Parents are
you.
just beat.
You know what I mean? Like it always started around like maybe like 7, and then it was like, they're trying to get us closer to 10, and somewhere in the middle is when you start waking up.
Yeah.
There's no way. No way we're waiting that long. And then Spencer, when you talked about like your dad writing out that letter, my mom used to do these elaborate scavenger hunts for our presents every year. And it would be
Really?
like, yeah, go outside, get the mail, come back in, clean the toilet, eat quiche, and you go have us do
Of
like
course.
12
Yeah, she
tasks.
just
They had you doing chores
Yeah,
on
they have us
Christmas
eating
morning?
breakfast as part of the scavenger
That's
hunt. It was-
crazy.
yeah, but then at
Just
the
putting
end
you
of
out
it
of work.
would be a
Yeah.
present somewhere in the house at the final one. But she used to like spend so long doing all those scavenger hunts. I forgot about that.
My mom used to
Yeah.
do really
Fun, though.
intricate scavenger hunts for like Easter, like Easter egg hunts.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Oh,
That
yeah.
just brought back a memory for
Yeah,
that
yeah.
too. Yeah, that was like
Yeah.
she used to put a lot of time into those, like putting them around the house and stuff like that. Those were really
Yeah.
Yeah,
cool.
the shit our parents would do to like make us feel like kids
Yeah.
when we were kids. It's great.
Mhm.
Oh my god, y'all ever have to go to church on either Christmas Eve or Christmas?
Still do.
Yes.
Christmas Eve, I used to dread doing that. Not gonna lie.
And they're always the
That was
extended.
nice.
They're always the extended church ones too. It's not like a regular
Yeah.
like church. It's like you're gonna be there for a grip.
Everyone grab
I
a
used to
candle.
like. Yep, we sit to the candles, sing our little songs. We used to go caroling for our church.
Yes. We went.
That's some
Christmas
real white
Eve.
people shit. Y'all was
Caroling.
caroling.
Yep, we went to all the
Yes.
nearby nursing homes. We went to like a lot of like the older church members that really couldn't come to church anymore because of their age and all that.
There was this one time.
That's
we were
actually really
caroling.
sweet.
Yeah, there's this one time we were caroling, and it was for this nice old couple that used to go to church, but they can't anymore because they couldn't walk. But we went and we started caroling outside, and like two other houses walk out, and they're like, "Oh, there's caroler." I can't say the fucking word right, but there's people singing, and they came out, and one of them was I forgot her name, but she went to high school with me and Spencer, and I'm like, "Fuck." Like, hide behind, and they're like, "What are you doing?" Start singing. I'm like, "No, I can't."
You're like, it's baddies out here. What you doing?
What
Yeah,
is
that's what
going
you either say. Oh, I forgot because we would always have like papers with all the lyrics on it. So you would be like, I lost my spot.
I forgot it.
That's honestly like really like heartwarming though. Like Christmas caroling. We should do that. We should
You-
all record us singing and then send it to nursing homes.
That's
We're
horrible.
fucking doofuses on fucking Discord singing Christmas carols.
That's
I
horrible.
remember the Christmas Eve ones at church when like we all had to hold our little candles and everything. I remember you, me, and one of our other siblings, but we would always like play with the candle wax and like the fire and everything just for some type of entertainment. And
Yeah,
we
we were
would,
so bored.
it was horrible. I mean, it
So
was so boring.
like they usually it was like this little like it was a handle and a little cup to catch all the wax in
Yeah.
a white cup.
Oh yeah.
And we used to I remember one time all the siblings because I was so bored, we poured all of our hot wax into one of them so it filled all the way to the top. And we let it dry because we were so bored.
You dip your
That's
fingers
crazy.
into it and make little like finger gloves with the wax.
Yeah. Yeah.
Interesting, like the things that you hated as a kid that like are different now as an adult. Like I don't know if
Yeah.
you guys can relate to like what you guys kind of mentioned. You got some like family stuff going on. For me, like with now that my parents are split and stuff like that, like what I would do to like go back to fucking church one more time as the whole family. Like you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like shit that you took like for granted as a kid. Like I want to fucking be here. It's like damn, what you would do to do that one more time?
Yeah, those facts. I agree with that.
I keep saying this year, like I want to go Christmas caroling.
not
Dustin's
with you.
like,
Yeah.
there's baddies.
I'm out.
Time.
Okay, so Spencer brought this up, and I know we're trying to go to a different topic. So we'll finish this up real quick. But he already said his. When was the time that you like found out that Santa Claus wasn't real? Like, what
Well,
was
that's a
your
good
story
question.
behind that?
That is a good question.
My
'Cause
sister.
I want to know everybody's.
What was that?
I want to know everybody's like story.
My sister pulled me aside into our back family room,
Mm.
and all she said was, "Josh."
How old are you though?
Oh, I was like 6th grade, probably old enough to
Okay.
know. But she said,
Okay.
she said, "Josh, you know Santa's not real, right?" I'm like, "Yeah." Totally. Just balling.
It's cool.
Because like you want to believe in Santa because it's the magic of it, right? It's the
Yeah.
it's the kid in you,
Yeah,
and you're just losing it at that point and growing up.
it's balling. She's
I
like, yeah.
was.
Your sister had enough. She's like, I'm tired of hearing Santa. I'm tired of laying out these cookies with you. I'm over it. We gotta stop it. We gotta stop, Josh.
I was
Now,
crying
see,
in front of her, and she was like, "Oh," and just walks away.
I'm the stupid one of the two of us because I was on the same shit as your sister. I found out that he wasn't real. My mom was like, "Promise you won't tell Caitlin." I was like, "All right." And then like a year or two later, I was like trying to tell her, I was like, "No, like you know that this shit isn't real." And she was like arguing with me down. I found out like way too late. She was smart enough to realize like as long as we keep this charade going, we're getting presents from Santa. Dumb nigga, shut up. Like, like as soon as you blow this, it's gonna all
Or
those
just-
Santa presents are gonna be gone. Like, you know what I mean?
Oh, fucking funny.
That's awesome.
That's great. What was yours?
So I was in second grade.
Oh wow.
Yeah. I was in second grade. I was at school, and there was this one girl, and she was an asshole, okay? She was mean. And she stood up in front of that whole class, and was like,
As a presentation, her show and tell. That's
she
crazy.
was like, Santa's not real. And we were all like, yeah,
The teacher didn't say shit.
apparently not.
But why'd you believe her though? Why'd you
The
believe
teacher's
her?
like, pop off, queen. Just pop off.
Saying it all day. Like she would go around to like all the students like saying Santa's not real.
Every lunch table.
Well, because you feel like when you find out, you feel like Harriet Tubman, like you gotta let these niggas know the way.
You gotta free him. You gotta free him.
Like it's your duty to inform everybody else. Like I know that this is some bullshit. Let me open your eyes and let you know that this is some bullshit.
That's
Like
wild.
But everyone's like, no, he's real. And I went home and I was very sad. And I was like, Mom, there was this girl at school saying that Santa's not real. And she was like, okay. How about you sit down?
Damn.
oh, she didn't just lie to you. Like
No,
my person
no,
does. My
she was like, well, he's not real. Sorry.
That's crazy.
I was so sad.
For me, I was never a person that even believed that Santa was even real to begin with.
Really?
What do you mean?
Never believed it.
You were always a skeptic?
Yeah, no, like, cause my mom never like really. We have different moms, same dad, but like my mom, she didn't like really like play it off too well. Was the problem?
Mm.
Like, I think once or twice we laid out cookies in the mouth, but like, I don't remember like ever being like, yeah, Santa's definitely gonna come here. Because I feel like as a kid, like I was kind of smart too. Well, not like I thought like Santa Claus. You always see in the movies that Santa Claus goes to houses with chimneys and shit. I'm like, we ain't got a fucking chimney. We live in an apartment. This
Those
motherfucker's
kids do
not
break
coming
through the
tonight.
window.
Yeah, I'm like, this motherfucker's not coming tonight. So I was like, all right, Santa's not coming. That's all right. It's for more rich kids, you know, because I don't have a house. I live in an apartment at the time. So I guess Santa Claus isn't coming here. But I just never believed in him.
Hey.
Which
Santa
is
Claus.
sad.
Santa Claus flew over your house and was like, broke nigga alert. no chimney here, sorry.
Yeah, there's some like coal up my fucking window, wake my ass up. Bro, bitch, shatters the window. Get a real house.
Real spin off of that real quick too, talking about like Santa not being real and stuff like that. I never understand. I know that doesn't fucking matter, but I get hung up on plot holes in movies and shit.
Yeah.
Every movie that involves like Santa winding up being real. So like let's say for example like the Tim Allen movie, like the
Yeah, Santa Claus.
Santa Claus. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, those are good movies too.
How
Actually,
the fuck? Yes. Yep, that's an honorable mention for favorite movie, the first one. But how the fuck, if the kid is getting a present from Santa Claus, how does the adult not know that Santa's real? Like, I didn't buy this fucking present. Where did this present come from if Santa's not real?
Yeah,
Like, that's a huge plot hole in all of those kinds of movies.
I
And
always
it's
think
like,
like the
nobody
other
saw
parent
him.
thinking they're buying the present for them. You know.
yeah, but then you see in movies too, that's like the parents will have like a side conversation as the kid's like going crazy over his death. He's like, I didn't buy that for him. Did you buy it for him? They're like,
Right.
no, I didn't buy it for him. Like, that
Well,
happens
like
a lot in those movies
it,
too.
and like the Santa Claus, for example, Tim Allen's a single dad. Like, how did that fucking present get in your house, Buster?
That's true.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, all right, let's wrap this up with our. We're gonna start doing this every time we do one of these like episodes. So we're gonna have our dumb dog of the week. Do one of you guys want to go first? You want me to go first?
Why don't you start us off?
Like, it starts
Okay.
off strong.
Let me pull my fucking notes up real quick. This I had a different one, but I decided to skip it because I found out this morning, motherfucking, the Jets this year have been an absolute fucking dumpster fire. And I know that you guys aren't big football fans, but I'm sure that even you will get the humor in this. The fucking owner of the Jets, Woody Johnson, has made some very fucking questionable decisions already this year. He fired the fucking head coach like just a few weeks into the season, and they've been asked since. He's done a lot of shit. Their GM has got fired already. And it's like, all right, people were like pointing fingers, like, was it the coach? Is it Aaron Rodgers? Is it the GM? Like, what's the reason the shit hasn't been going well? Well, now we find out that The Athletic has put out a report, basically, that the owner, Woody Johnson, is out here making fucking roster decisions based off of Madden ratings.
You're joking. Madden.
The
ratings?
Jets had a
Yeah,
trade.
That's crazy.
The Jets had a fucking trade lined up for Jerry Jeudy back when he was on the Broncos. He's now on the Browns and having a great season. I'm pretty sure he's over 1,000 yards, and he's had shitty fucking quarterback play. They had a trade lined up for Jerry Jeudy, and they decided not they. The owner vetoed the fucking trade and said to shut that shit down because he didn't like Jerry Jeudy's Madden rating. Jerry Jeudy was an 81 overall, and that motherfucker said that motherfucker's not coming to our team because he was an 81 overall.
That's
They wound up trading or not trading. I
wild.
think they acquired Mike Williams, who was a Charger previously. They signed him. Mike Williams was an 87 overall in Madden. Mike Williams barely played. He wasn't very good when he played. He's now on a different team. They let him go when they got Devontae Adams. They could have had Jerry Jeudy, who's having a great fucking season, and didn't get him because he was an 81 Madden rating.
That's insane.
The general manager who's now gone, who was Joe Douglas, has been saying that basically the owner was taking advice from his fucking kids. Listen to these niggas' names, dog. Brick and Jack, 17 and 15 years old.
I was just
They would bring him social media stuff. Let me read this direct tweet. Last year, Woody started to include his sons, Brick 17 and Jack 15, in team meetings. They would share social media posts from various Jets content outlets about what was being said about the team. When we're discussing these things, Woody would cite something that Brick or Jack read online, and Woody would weigh it equally against an opinion of someone in the apartment. So the general manager is then on record saying, "I answer to a teenager."
That's crazy.
So, but his sons and motherfucking and the fucking Madden ratings were stopping trades. They didn't get Jerry Jeudy, who's been great, because he had an 81 Madden rating. This tweet also says in 2022, quarterback Mike White played through broken ribs in a game versus the Seahawks. White played poorly and the Jets lost, officially eliminating them from playoff contention. After the game, teammates heard Woody Johnson say, "You should throw your helmet, you fucking suck." The comment got to Mike White and Woody had to apologize.
That's crazy.
Hey, and now for legality's sake, if it's a lie, The Athletic told it. I'm just reading the reporting, but that's crazy. If you're a fucking owner of a fucking NFL team and you're fucking going, fuck what my GM says, we're going based off what fucking Madden ratings say, you're a fucking jackass, and it's no wonder your fucking organization is a dumpster fire. Furthermore, how you gonna fire the GM? And the GM's trying to make moves. You saying fuck that Brick at 17 is saying that's the wrong decision. You're a fucking jackass. Woody Johnson is my fucking dumb dog of the week.
That's really dumb. That's
He
beyond
deserves
dumb.
it, man.
And
That's
now it's
crazy.
like, all right, well, fuck the Jets. These niggas are awful, and they're going to continue to be awful. It's like some Jerry Jones shit for the Cowboys. Like, the organization can try to do whatever they want, but when you got an owner just fucking sabotaging shit because they think they're the smartest motherfucker, then I guess it makes sense that you fucking suck.
Right.
Awful fucking Madden.
So one more fucking time, a big fuck you to fucking Woody Johnson. You're a dumbass dog of the week.
He was asking Madden for tips. Crazy.
Right.
God damn. That's
Chuba,
really dumb. That's really dumb.
My dumb dog of the week is the entire U.S. government for saying to people,
Ooh,
hey,
name
you
drop.
see those UFOs, those drones that are in the sky? Don't shoot them down. I'm sorry, if the U.S. government is telling you that UFOs are in the sky, people are going to try to shoot them down. The only reason the U.S. government hasn't shot them down is because they know what it is. One landed in like Philadelphia on a highway or something, and you have like 50 cop cars on either side of the highway stopping all traffic, making sure there's no one involved. Why? Because they know what it is. They're going to collect their evidence, and they're like basically using this as a screening of like, how does our like social status as a country deal with, you know, drones flying over? If we just like, you know, hey, there's drones flying over, it's fine, you know, don't pay much mind.
Wait,
It's
wait.
just
Josh,
gonna
wait.
escalate from there, and all it's gonna happen is that we're gonna have more drones. They're gonna do more surveillance on us, and it's just gonna be a
Josh.
whole government conspiracy. What?
Hold on.
so
You
we're
said-
going from talking
you
about a
said-
team
hold
that
on.
has Aaron Rodgers to another conspiracy theory.
Exactly.
One, you said Philadelphia.
Mm-hmm.
The French princess from Philadelphia. That is also Will Smith. Will Smith is also from the Men in Black. You better stop and watch out what you're talking about, because the Men in Black are gonna
boy.
come get you.
Oh
So
boy.
please,
Those
please,
aliens, man. They're
be
coming.
careful.
Will Smith and
be
Independence Day?
careful. Yes, you gotta be careful, man. What you're talking about. Someone's gonna flash a flashlight in your eyes, and you're gonna forget the last week. So be careful.
We're going to ask Josh, hey, what about that story you're talking about? What story?
What?
Sorry, I don't know what I'm talking about.
Josh
I
has got black
definitely haven't
SUVs
been
outside his
shooting
house
down
right now.
drones. Also, if you tell the Americans not to shoot down drones, they're gonna shoot down drones.
They're
gonna
do
do
They're
it.
try.
Yeah.
You know.
Can I ask you a
Yeah.
question? What the fuck arsenal do the Americans have? Like, how big are these drones? Like, is it like a little like toy drone? Like, a gun is an average American gun is not shooting a plane down. So what
You
kind
don't-
of like
How big are
higher
these
power do
drones?
these
I
motherfuckers?
don't
That's what
think
I'm
they're
saying.
that big.
I mean, they're the size of a like two-man airplane, kind of thing, right?
What American has the firepower to take that down?
You're talking about Americans and guns.
That
The
sounds like a
country folk are
UAV.
getting out their shotguns,
Listen,
alright?
That is a
yeah.
UAV.
A shotgun is not taking down a fucking two-person airplane.
They don't think that.
3 assault rifles, 4 shotguns, and a safe downstairs. Okay, like they got it.
That's
Have
not
you
shooting
been
a
to
plane
Texas?
down,
Like
though.
your bedside.
Yeah,
That's you need like a missile to take a plane down.
No,
they're
not really.
smart enough. They're
You
gonna
hit the right
try.
spot, you know, just like the Death Star just goes.
Well, who also? I guess maybe there's. I mean, a lot of our country is just some yee crazy people, but
Exactly.
the idea of being like, "Hey, Skeeter, you see that outside? Get the guns. We taking this bitch down." Like, pow, pow, pow.
Not
think
on
that's
property.
verbatim.
Hell no.
What is this, Uncle Jimbo from South Park?
You're directly quoting Americans right now. I want you to know.
Yeah.
I guess there's
Every American ever.
That's funny. I do see what you're saying though about like if they're like out here like, hey, leave that alone. That is probably them.
It's their property
Yeah.
for sure.
Like, do you think that we're fucking stupid? It's crazy though because they have like started talking about like declassifying the fact that there are like UFOs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you guys think that there's aliens?
Yes.
I'm not talking about from like people coming from Canada.
No.
I'm talking about like another world.
Extraterrestrial.
It's funny you say that. Growing up, I had a neighbor and like a neighbor family, and the wife/mom was from Canada. And when I found out she was an alien, I was like, "What you mean she an alien?"
She,
My, my parents were like, "No, like she's from another country," and I
You
was
were
like,
afraid of her for the
"Another
rest of your life.
country or
she gonna probe me?
right?"
That's crazy.
I mean, I, it wouldn't surprise me either way
I don't think
that
they're
there's.
close in our universe for sure. I think there are aliens, but they're just so far away that we can't make communication with them,
Yeah.
or
I
I
mean,
think
like,
that
they're
I think
outside of
the
our
aliens
timeline.
I think the aliens that might be on another planet we just don't know, but that we haven't been able to go to. But I think they're in the same situation as us, where we can't contact them, they can't contact us.
they
Whereas,
might. Who knows if
as
they don't
and
walk among us right now?
true, Man in Black.
Men in Black.
Motherfucking Dustin could be an alien. Brana kind of looked like an alien.
We saw that
um,
face before the stream started.
That's funny as shit.
I mean, it could be like you hear people talk about like, well, how do they like, you know what I mean? Like, if it came out true, I'm not saying that it happened, but if it came out true that like aliens did exist and they had been here before and like they helped build the pyramids and shit like that, like I wouldn't be surprised.
I'd agree.
Mm.
Yeah.
Like I'd put and like I wouldn't be none of that shit would surprise me at all.
I hope they're Transformers though. That'd be sick.
Just
I'd
like
be
Your
terrified.
your fucking car is a fucking alien.
Dude, that'd be sick.
Bumblebee.
I'd be
I hope it's an Autobot
horrified.
thing.
Well, if my fucking car is a fucking alien, can you at least do some fucking like nigga, go get your own gas?
Fix
Why I
yourself.
gotta be 5 minutes late for work because you run out of
Right.
gas?
Fix
Take your-
yourself, please.
Warm yourself up before I get there in the wintertime. Like, can we work together in some synergy? I gotta do fucking everything.
That's fucking great.
Dusty, you got one?
Mine's pretty much Activision with how
Okay.
they're handling the past like few CODs. I think they're dumb because recently, a lot of big name streamers, so like Tim the Tatman, Nadeshot, like Swag, the really big like YouTube personalities that play Call of Duty for like a living, they show off their game. Like they're running into a bunch of like hackers, they're getting booted offline. Like it's just such a bad spot. That's like you guys had a good game. Like Black Ops 6 was phenomenal when it first came out, and now it's like I don't even want to touch it at the moment. There's
Yeah.
just
Really?
so much bullshit. There's just so
I've,
much.
I've seen some
it's
crazy.
really bad.
I've seen some crazy videos of like what are the people calling it? Skill based damage
Yeah,
on Warzone.
yeah,
There's some crazy clips of that.
yeah.
I personally,
I've experienced it. It's crazy.
I've been having a lot of fun myself, but I have seen a lot of complaints about it.
Yeah, it's in such a bad spot that like their what is it like Ricochet or something like that, their anti cheat is
Mhm.
just so bad it doesn't even work, and they've had it since what 2019 with Modern Warfare 2019, and it's horrible. It's horrible. You're losing so many players, you're losing your top streamers that like promote your game like crazy, and you guys are not doing shit about it, and it's like everybody's excited for the new Call of Duty. It's gonna happen. They're gonna be excited no matter what happens with this Call of Duty for next year's Call of Duty. But
What's
it's like,
crazy though is they're
I'm
still
sick
the.
of giving money.
What's crazy though is they're still the Giants, and they're going to continue to be like they've
Oh,
outlasted
yeah.
like the Fortnite hype, like the large Fortnite hype.
Actually,
Apex,
Fortnite,
all those-
Fortnite,
I know they're doing like
Fortnite-
the first person shit.
they actually just hit their new peak with that first person shit. They're at their all time right now because they have so much else shit going on.
People
But
can
I
say
still
that,
think
but
that-
I don't see the hype that there was before. Like motherfuckers used to post like their Fortnite wins on Snapchat. Like
Yeah,
like
sure.
there
But
was
their
a time like
player
when that
base-
first came out.
Their player base has hit its peak though. They released the numbers for it, but no, I agree. Like they are the highest, and they just don't care. I feel like, and it kind of sucks.
Like I said, I don't know. They keep winning though. Like I know that you're saying that like about others like Grecian, but like
Yeah.
people thought that Fortnite was going to put them out of business. Thought Apex was, but then they dropped like Blackout, which became Warzone. That one, X Defiant. I don't know if you guys saw that. They're shutting down,
Shutting down already. Yeah.
which is crazy because they came out and they were like the direct like competitor of like similar gameplay, and they
Yeah.
didn't have skill based matchmaking and stuff. But yep, they couldn't compete. Fucking
I think-
Activision lives on.
Well, I think Call of Duty was in such a bad spot around when Fortnite first came out because it was like we had, I think it was like World War II. That game wasn't really that good. Nobody was playing it. Like Black Ops 4 came out the next year. That was bad. They had like Infinite Warfare. That was like space travel. Nobody liked that one either. They were in such a
Yeah.
bad spot when Fortnite first came out, and Fortnite was dominating more of the industry. And then they restarted releasing like throwback games, Call of Duty. So like they remade Modern Warfare's.
Modern Warfare
And-
2019 was like what saved
Yeah.
them.
Yep, and then they started doing like now it's like Black Ops 6. They're just continuing older franchises just to keep people afloat for nostalgia reasons.
I will say that I'm having more fun on this COD than I have on like the previous like 2 or 3.
Sure, three, yeah, that's valid to say. It's
Brana,
still
what you
fun.
got?
Oh, you're good. Um, she has. I don't know if I can screen share.
No, you don't need to. You can. Okay, maybe we could do it anyways.
There we go.
Okay, yes.
There's no audio though. I already turned it off, so you're good on that.
So
I think Jake or Josh, can you click into that so
Yep.
you're able to see it on your screen?
Yeah, we're
Okay.
watching it.
Cool.
okay, yes. We'll let it play, but this is in
Ooh.
Oh no fucking
Yeah.
way!
I think
She
this is
ate that shit. She ate
Watch
that
it,
shit.
goes.
Yep. And then
Oh.
Yep.
so this was in Arizona. This was her show in Arizona. And the song that she was
Wait, hold on, because I'm not sure if anyone's gonna just listen to this and not see it. So
Okay,
it's
yes.
Billie Eilish.
Yes. So Billie Eilish was performing in Arizona and a fan threw a bracelet at her and it hit her in the face.
At one of her like most popular
She was
intimate
singing
songs.
She was singing What Was I Made For from the Barbie movie. Very emotional song. Okay, won an Oscar because of this song.
And people reduce that to meow meow meow.
Yes, yes. And then she goes on to LA, one of her shows in LA, and she made it very clear. She was like, just have fun with this next song. Just sit and listen. Just don't throw shit at me. She was pissed.
I don't think anybody's ever thrown anything at her concerts.
That's hit her anyways.
Ever, yeah. The person threw it and it was like, oh, I'm sorry, but it's like, then why did you throw it? But everybody was like, what the fuck?
Yeah. Everybody was so pissed. And it's been like a huge thing of like fans throwing shit at concerts.
Yeah.
Because it started with like Baby Rexa at one of her shows getting a phone thrown at her face and it broke her nose.
Crazy.
Oh wow.
So like, why are we still doing this?
Well, they were probably trying to give that.
that.
They were probably trying to give that bracelet to her, but yeah, you hit her in the fucking face. It's not gonna be a good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like there was a time where Kid Cudi was performing.
Yeah.
He filled in for somebody like Kanye, I think. He filled in. I'm pretty sure he filled in for Kanye at some concert and or festival. And people kept throwing shit on the stage. And it's like, if one more person throws some shit on the stage, I'm leaving. And he was only like 3 songs in, and somebody threw a water bottle as soon as he said that. And he's like, all right, I'm out. See ya. He just left.
Wow.
I'm like, I think
You know
that's the way to do it. Because like, why are you guys throwing shit? For what reason?
That sucks for everyone who obviously was just there to have a good
Oh,
time.
for
But
sure,
I
for
understand it
sure.
entirely. I was at last year for New Year's. I was at Radiance, and Ganja White Knight was performing, and they had like a technical issue. And when they came back, it seemed like they ended pretty abruptly, and they kind of left without saying too much. And we were like, "What the fuck?" Like that vibes were weird. And they came out like a week later. They were like, basically, when their like sound shit was down, they were trying to fix it. Um, Someone threw like a fucking like full Red Bull, and it hit one of the guys in the fucking face.
Oh, damn.
And yeah, and they were like, "All right, like, fuck us, I guess. Like, I guess we'll just fucking leave."
That's
I respect
crazy.
them for like at least like not just walking off then, because it was New Year's. Like, it was, you know what I mean? Like, so I respect them for like riding that shit out, and like even though they like abbreviated the end of it and then dipped, like at least they gave us something else. But I feel awful. Like I felt so like ashamed to be like part of a crowd that did some shit like that.
Yeah. It's horrible. I don't know why fans do that kind of shit.
There was-
Motherfuckers need.
Sorry.
I was just gonna say, motherfuckers need to fucking realize like there's a time and a place, and also like the performer doesn't want to get hit with shit.
Yeah, it's
You
not
don't
about
need to
you.
throw. I think this is a big problem I have with going to certain concerts. It's like just throwing shit is disrespectful for everybody around you. Just being very selfish, and then like people holding up signs also piss me off because it's like we're all like you're holding up a big sign in front of a lot of people and nobody can see past your sign. I think that's so disrespectful. And a lot of the times, and a lot of artists have also said this, they don't fucking read signs.
They can't.
So yeah, so don't fucking bring a sign. What is the point? You're wasting your time, but you're being an asshole.
Like with this, like this throwing thing, I saw a TikTok later on, and it was at a Billie Eilish concert. This person threw a bouquet of flowers up there, but Billie was on the clear other side of the stage, so when she walked by, then she would get the flowers, and not just waiting to like chuck them at her.
Right. This person waited for her to sit down and is like, this is my shot right here. Take the shot.
That's crazy. And fucking hit her ass in the face. She ate that shit too. She was like,
Yeah, she
Mhm.
did.
She was
damn.
mad as hell.
I am surprised she didn't just skip that song and said, fuck you guys.
That's what I would have done.
Yeah.
I think it's so crazy too, like with the meow shit too. Like, motherfucking, she's performing this song and it's like so, like you said, it's an emotional song and stuff like that. And motherfuckers on TikTok have reduced that to just meowing with it. Meow, meow. meow
No,
meow.
she did that at a concert, didn't she?
Yeah,
really...
she made fun of it.
Yeah.
Did she?
She
I mean,
made
yeah,
fun
that's
of it,
probably
yeah.
gotta be one of the situations to either like laugh or cry, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's great.
A side note, real quick. Who is Skibbity Monkey Haters?
What?
We
Excuse me?
We have a flyby hater jumped into our chat.
Oh, okay.
I might have a first ban.
What do they say?
Oh, I'm not gonna read it out. It's mean. It's nothing we have to like pay attention to.
That's fine.
Is it like something that we'll get a laugh out of by reading, or it's like
I
we
won't
don't
say
want to?
which one of us, but it was like,
Well, hold
damn,
on, like,
I'm sick of looking at this person. Can we switch them out?
no, you got it. Now you gotta say who it is.
I don't want.
Is it me? Is it
You got
Dustin?
to. It's probably
You
me.
gotta say it. You gotta
Alright,
say it.
Skibbity Monkey Haters. Damn, can we switch the girl out? It's pissing me off looking at her.
I'll fuck your dad.
You know damn well no bitches. No
I'm
bitches.
looking
No
around at you
bitches.
guys,
No
like,
bitches.
No
on your phone.
bitches.
Zero
Megan,
bitches.
no. Zero.
Become your stepmom, bitch. Shut the fuck.
Hey, that's crazy. Come
Yeah,
on,
he's getting
that's
zero bitches for Christmas.
hey. Hold on a second. Cat Williams said a long time ago, when you get haters, that's how you know you're doing shit right. That motherfucker said, if you have nobody to hate on me. Say that's how you know you do some shit right. We on stream #1, and we got fucking random people in the fucking chat talking shit. I'd say we fucking
yeah.
made it. I'd say we fucking made it. I would consider tonight a fucking absolute success.
I'm surprised there's no one like associated with you guys at all. I was for sure thinking it was Dustin. That was my guess.
Dustin's just fucking just
But I'm thinking like
killing his sister
Dustin's
from
not
Skype.
having monkey
this
haters
bitch.
in his name.
I thought it for sure was gonna be like a black thing. Skibbity monkey haters. I thought
Yeah.
for sure I was about to get
Right.
it.
Yeah, for sure.
You were prepared.
That's
for it.
crazy.
All right.
Hey, like I said, episode fucking 1, our first fucking stream, we got somebody talking shit.
That's
Hell yeah.
We made it,
Council,
ladies and gentlemen. We made it.
do we ban or not ban?
You
No,
leave them for now.
We leave him for now.
That's what
we
you
leave
messed
it for
up.
now.
You live another day, Skibbity Monkey Haters.
No, you get
You hit
zero
him with the motherfucking
The
the
gladiator?
Coliseum shit.
Yeah,
Yes.
For sure.
We let him live. Hey, motherfucker. Hey, keep hating on us, bro. You gonna fucking hate us into success.
We'll be here
Hey,
to
it's
hate on.
insane. For real.
For sure.
Thank you for watching.
That's real. It's so real.
Yeah, we're gonna go live every week. We also have Reddit stories coming out.
Stay tuned.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
come
yes,
make some
yes.
more
We've got
comments.
this will be posted tonight on YouTube on our YouTube channel. Beware of Dogs Business on YouTube, and then Saturday at 11 Eastern, we'll have our first episode of our Reddit stories posted on YouTube as well.
Be there,
So-
Skibbity.
Come check us out. We're gonna try to do the Reddit stories every Saturday at 11, and then this will usually premiere live right after a football game, at least for now. So we're gonna try to do. It's undecided if it'll be like Sunday, Monday, or Thursday, but we're gonna try to stay on that.
Whatever time works best for most people.
Yeah.
Mhm.
All right, y'all have a great night, and thanks for coming to watch us or listen to us. Leave a comment, subscribe, let us know what you think, If you want to fucking hate on us, hate on us.
Follow
We're
us on
not going
YouTube.
Some
away.
more. Hey, some
Hey,
more.
yeah, we're gonna be on
We-
YouTube. We're gonna be on Twitter. You can fucking say whatever the fuck you want.
No,
We gonna
leave the
be here.
nastiest comment below. Leave
We
the most
gonna be
nastiest
here.
foul comment below. We want to see it.
All right, this has been a
All right.
Beware of Dogs.
All right. Peace.
Dogs.
Dogs. What is that? Dogs.
Dogs.
Or wait, we should leave in the note the dog right here.
Dog.
Oh, sleepy
They're gonna be
dog.
hating on. They're gonna hate on Bentley.
Oh, for real. Don't hate on my dog. I'll come find you. I'll find you.
Bye.
See ya.
Bye.
That was fun.